A mainly fine night with small amounts of cloud, good clear periods, moderate northeasterly breeze. If you need to know the direction in which it's blowing, 61 the low in town, which is, blimey, 61 the low. That's 55 in the suburbs, and tomorrow a pleasant summer's day with lengthy spells of hot sunshine, brisk wind, it doesn't say where it's coming from, and a high of 81.
LBC Travel.
Take a special breakaway with her this summer.
M25 is back to normal in Essex after an accident earlier on. The approaches to Wembley Stadium, watch out for delays. This is the concert which is going on this evening. Queues likely on the Harrow Road and the North Circular and around Wembley with Celine Dion performing. So Seymour Place at Marylebone is closed northbound at the junction of Marylebone Road. Just one lane open there for roadworks on the northbound side. And the Kensington High Street by the Church Street has delays expected westbound with the carriageway down to one lane by Camden Hill Road. A406 North Circular Road by the Angel Edmonton, traffic lights are out, the junction of 4th Street, and in Holborn on the A40 by Southampton Road, just 2 lanes are running southbound because of road lights. Underground District Line trains are not stopping northbound at East Parking Station because of platform repairs continuing for the weekend, and there are problems with 15-minute delays on services on Conic South Central and Silverlink County trains. I'm Daniel G. at AA Vodafone Robot for LBC
Danny
Travel.
G.
It's me.
Oh, that's it, is it?
You're right. Oh, sorry, Nicholas. Yeah, you're on your own again this week.
No.
Oh, you got someone with you.
Yes.
Who? Is she back?
Yes.
We missed her.
Well.
I missed her.
You did?
I did.
You are lying.
No, I'm not. Am I on? Next time she's
I don't know. You did a level before and you were on. Do it again.
Not now.
No.
Not now.
Put a microphone on.
Oh, there you are.
Hey, she's
Oh,
back.
Back with a vengeance. Yeah, and nothing is actually working in here. I'm pressing the thing that says name, which is normally the thing that does it.
Bring any photos back.
Nothing.
Oh,
never mind
no.
about that.
Yeah, can I see? Let's have a look.
Hundreds, about 500.
We have major... shut up, Daniel G.
Yeah.
We have a major failure in here, Mr. Helping Person. Nothing works. Oh, good. So we'll just wait.
How did it work last week?
Of course.
Oh, so it's my fault, is it?
Yes.
So it's all my fault.
Click, click, click.
What's broken now?
We'll wait. It's okay. We've got all the time in the world.
We've got 4 hours. No, we haven't. We've got 3 hours and 55 minutes.
What's wrong with it?
Load your started explaining before you have to find a code. I'm not sure what your code is.
I don't want my bits. I just want the top of the hour thing.
Oh, the code. Oh,
Yeah.
I remember the code.
LBC. That's 11:52
I'll find your code.
a.m.
It wasn't remotely long enough. Let's play a CD or something. Haven't we got any CDs in here?
Don't you know what the code is?
What code? Who ever heard of a code to play the out of news thing? I mean, okay. We don't want to start the programme by whining
Whinging about the equipment.
about what goes on
What?
here, but seriously,
Why break the rule of a lifetime?
to come out of the news, you come out of the news. That's what a station does. It has a news part, and then it has the part with the big production number, which is why we have such a highly organised and skillful production team here at LBC. And then you come out the news with one of those, and it says what station you're on, what the frequency is, what the phone number is, and who's doing the show.
That's right.
But that's not as easy as that, because to get that,
You need a code.
you need a code. No, you need a code to get money out of a cash machine. You don't need a code just to continue with your radio station. Are you serious? You need a code?
Yes.
Yeah, I found it now.
What
is it?
What is my code?
NA.
What?
NA.
Is that it? Well, we could have guessed that.
I
actually, couldn't
suppose
we?
so, yeah. It might have taken us a while.
Mm.
So any moment now, it might sound like this.
It's Nick Abbott and
Genius.
Carol McGiffin. On LBC, the voice of London. And Carol McGiffin, 0171 412 1152.
Well, I don't know what I'm going to do for 4 hours now because my lights have been removed and I can't read anything.
Are you having trouble with your sight?
Yeah, somebody's removed the spotlights from where I sit. Look, I can't read anything, can't see anything.
Well, it's probably because you don't have the right code.
I'm in the dark over here.
Yeah, aren't we all?
Can you see? Can you see me?
I can see you just enough as I need to.
Can you just see the whites of my eyes peeping through the darkness?
Can barely see the glass in front of my face.
Isn't it fantastic to be down here when it's so awful outside? I wasn't upset at all driving past all those pubs, all those people sitting outside.
Yeah.
Not at all.
No. Because we enjoy this too much.
We love it.
So anyway, the number is, I've got no idea what the number is because it's not written up on my screen.
I know what it is.
0171 412 1152.
Yeah.
Right.
And I've been awake, and I remembered that. What's the fax number?
Yeah, but you don't do anything else during the week. This is all you do.
That is not
There's
true.
only one phone number in your life and you remembered it. Well, congratulations.
Oh, don't start. Don't you start.
Carol has been on her worst behaviour this week and we've already had a fight.
Have we?
Yeah, this week we had a fight. How can you not remember? Well, perhaps you interact with everybody in this way and everyone you ever speak to stomps off.
Did we have a fight?
Yeah, we had a little fight.
Did we? Where?
At the leaving do of a gentleman who's leaving here.
Oh, our boss. Oh, ex-boss.
Ex-boss, yeah.
Yeah, he left.
That's right.
And he had a do.
He had a do-do.
Yeah.
And,
Did we have a fight? What did we have a fight about?
how can you not remember this?
I don't remember fighting with you at all.
You were so awful that night.
Oh, you're awful all the time. Blimey, at least I'm only awful on one night. I wasn't awful
That's
at
the
all.
only night that I meet you. I'd have no doubt in my mind that you would be awful on a regular basis if I met you more frequently. Fortunately, we only have to do a show together.
What was the fight about then?
I don't know, you were just being your usual obnoxious self.
Huh?
You were.
You're calling me obnoxious. Excuse me?
But I'm not, though. I mean, that's the thing that everybody, that's the thing that differentiates us, is that people just flat out don't like you.
Ah, right. Ah, that's it, is it? And everybody loves you, do they?
Right. Comparatively speaking, yeah.
What was the fight about then? I don't remember having a fight with you.
I asked perfectly reasonably if you had been to that bar that has just opened above Hampstead Tube Station, and instead of saying
Oh,
no,
yeah.
you jumped down my throat like I was some sort of moron for having posed the question in the first place.
No, I didn't. You completely overreacted. It wasn't a fight. It was just you overreacting to everything. I remember now. I remember what I said. I went, no, why would I want to go there? Why would I want to go to a drinking club in Hampstead? Because people just don't go drinking in Hampstead.
What a ridiculous thing to say.
Well, they don't. People don't drink in Hampstead. They just drink coffee and things like that and boring stuff.
Do drink a lot of coffee, yeah. If there's one more cafe that opens on Hampstead High Street,
Yeah.
because for a little while there, every single business, not just on Hampstead High Street, but everywhere, every single business was an estate agent. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
If something closed down, you could guarantee that it was going to be an estate agent that would open up, and regardless of the number of estate agents that happen to be on that road already, there could be 3 in a row.
I know. There still are quite a few, though, on Heath Street, aren't there?
Too many. There's too many everywhere.
There are. There are, and there's new ones opening up now because of the property boom.
Every other day, I get something through my mailbox that says...
Do you want to sell your flat? Millions of people want to buy it.
Yeah, we've had specific requests about your building.
Yeah. Yeah. I know, I do too. Millions of them.
We can make you more money than God. Just give us a ring.
It's a lie.
It is a lie.
Of course it's a lie. It's come from an estate agent. I mean, they don't know how to do anything else, do they?
And you give them a ring, and it's, oh, he's not here. You want to speak to Dave? He's not here.
They are the most useless profession.
And you say, oh, well, shall I leave my name? Oh, no. Call back.
Oh.
You know, every other day they're sending me letters saying they're desperate to speak to me, and yet when you do actually try and speak to them, oh, no, he's out.
So you think that you think that I own a lot of flats because I'm trying to make money?
You do.
It's not that. I don't sell my flats because I can't bear to deal with estate agents. So I just keep them and they just hang around. That's the reason I can't bear to deal with estate agents. That's why I bought my current flat from a builder.
One of the things that is keeping me from selling my flat is the whole process of selling my flat.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to do it for a good long while, but not only do you have to, once you've got a flat, not only do you have to sell your flat, but you also have to find another one, and it has to all work in perfect synchronicity and
It
harmony.
never does.
I can't imagine how anybody can get it to all work at the same time. How does that happen?
It doesn't normally. People hang around for months waiting for someone else to complete in a chain, and you end up with, a nightmare, lorries sitting outside houses with furniture in because they can't move in because they haven't got the keys because the money hasn't gone through, and it's just hideous. It is hideous. It's the most ridiculous system in the entire world to buy property in this country.
So Lee is helping us in and is absent.
And he's not here.
And he has written on the screen 0 callbacks. What does that mean?
No callback.
What's that
We
mean?
want some people to call us, so I've got something to do.
What's a callback?
You what?
A callback is someone you call back.
I know, but that, you know, when people call into the station, then we
Yeah.
call them.
Oh, you call them back.
Oh,
Okay.
so you haven't called anybody back yet?
I called one person back, Julie, who's waiting to talk to you. Who
But,
said
oh, so
What, for a change?
So you have, so you have nothing in stock, nothing
No.
backstage.
nothing
No.
backstage.
So you don't need to write 0 callbacks up on the screen because
Okay.
we know we're a failure. There's no need to type
Yeah,
it
we know this.
on the screen. Yeah,
It's not unusual for there not to be any calls.
that's right. But thanks for your diligence up to this point.
Hey, how did you get on last week without me?
It was super. Not
Yeah,
only
right.
was it super, but on several occasions it was duper too.
Yeah, right.
It was.
Not what I heard.
It was a breeze.
Not what I heard.
Who did you hear it from?
Ah,
You're making it up.
no, I'm not.
It was witty.
I've got emails to prove it, and I've printed them out. Do you want to read them?
Yeah, I'll
I
read
don't
them.
think you do.
I'll read them.
No, you don't.
I do want to read them. It was witty and urbane, if I say so myself.
Mundane, don't you mean?
That could quite possibly be the funniest thing you've ever said.
You're listening to the boy from the big bad city. Oh, I wanted a nice Saturday evening. And Carol McGiffin.
So it's LBC you, it's Nick Abbot and Carol McGiffin. That Gibbon woman is back.
I'm back.
Where did you go?
I went to Kenya.
Kenya.
I survived. Isn't that fantastic?
Well,
Oh, dear. I can see the way the show's going.
yeah, it's gone.
Yeah.
So you've been drunk. That's not quite the word you used, but that's paraphrased. You've been drunk every day for a week. Is that what you just said? Before you said you didn't want to talk about it on the air?
I did not say that. Now leave it out. But yeah, I've been out a lot this week. I've got to stop.
Well, it makes a change because normally you're coming in here like Mother Teresa and say you haven't had a drop since last Saturday.
I know. But when the weather's nice, you just feel like drinking booze, don't you? Don't you?
Well, does your type of booze change when the weather changes? Because I'm partial to cider when the weather's... I knew you were going to give me a face like...
Cider? Cider? You cider drinking? I can say nonsense. I'm not supposed to use that word, am I? I can't say nonsense anymore. I know what it is now.
Yes.
And it's not good.
No, I'll give you another word to look up in the dictionary in a minute. So, so no is the answer, is it?
What? No, my drinking, I don't change what I drink. Although I do actually go for a lot of rosé wine when it's hot. Don't know why. It's good though. It's good summer drink, isn't it? But I just can't stop going out. I'm supposed to go to a party tonight. I'm supposed to go to a party of, oh no, I shouldn't really say actually. No, I shouldn't say. I'm not going to say.
Who? Another one of your showbiz mates?
Yeah.
Zoe Ball.
No, it's not one of my showbiz mates. It's a showbiz mate of a friend of mine.
A
Who
showbiz
I've
mate
never
of a
met.
friend. Oh, is it a male or female?
A male.
Is he on television?
No, he's a rock star.
A rock star.
Yeah.
Wow. British.
Yeah.
Now, when you say rock, do we include pop, or is he a leather-wearing grebo?
Pop.
Pop.
Pop, probably.
Is he?
Grebo. I've heard that word for years.
Didn't you used to
Grebo.
have to choose between being a skinhead and a grebo?
Grebo.
That's sure. And I can remember standing in the middle of a playground having intense anxiety about having to choose between the two, not really knowing what I was choosing between. But I was put on the spot, kind of like who do you support, the Who or the Stones?
Yeah.
It's one of those.
When I was little, it was Michael Jackson or Donny Osmond. It was that kind of choice.
Well, I opted for the Who instead of the Stones, because I had recently seen them in concert.
Yeah.
I think I opted for the wrong band.
Yeah, I think you did.
Stones have...
They have the edge.
They do.
Whatever that means. What does that mean?
I don't know. I was going to say they have more...
Ah, yeah,
I can
yeah,
say
they
that.
do. No, you're not supposed to say words like that.
Larger amount of testosterone.
Yeah, where do we... Skinhead or Grebo? Yeah. No, he's a pop star.
He's a pop star.
Well,
he
was.
He's the bloke in Steps.
No, don't be ridiculous. God, do you think I'd go to a party of someone in steps?
I don't
No.
know. You,
The answer to that question is no.
you go drinking above the tube station in Hampstead all the time. Who knows what you might get up to?
I'm never going to go to that place and have a drink.
Can you believe that they've opened a bar and a restaurant, and it's tiny? I've been up there. I just wanted to see. I was curious.
Tiny? How
Above.
tiny? What, the size of the studio?
No, it's a bit bigger than the size of the studio, which of course doesn't help people sitting at home going...
Mm.
But,
No, but it's like the Met Bar's tiny as well. People
oh,
always
here we
think-
go with the Met Bar again. You only say that because I couldn't get in.
No,
Yes.
Well, yeah, okay, I'm telling you because I know you've never been there, so you don't know what it's like.
I don't want to go.
But it's, you know,
The hell with them.
It's actually really small, really dark, no windows. I was going to go there last night.
Why do people go there then? You know what London?
Met Bar.
You know what London really misses?
What?
And I've never been to a capital city that has fewer of what this town really is desperately crying out for.
What?
Open spaces to drink in, particularly roof gardens. If there was a bar in the middle of London that opened with a decent-sized roof garden, it would clean up. Don't care. They could charge anything they like for booze. People would be going there, just be queuing out the door. Can you imagine how fabulous that would be?
There's quite a few pubs in Camden with roof gardens.
Yeah, but who wants to go to Camden? I mean, really, you only go to Camden in order to leave the other side. Camden is one of the most revolting places on the planet.
Yeah. See,
I hope I'm not exaggerating.
Well, it is pretty vile, actually, at the weekends, yeah. I was there today.
It's horrible any time of the day or week. At the weekends, at least there's people who aren't drunk.
I had to go and buy my mum a birthday present.
And you bought
By
it
the
in
way,
Camden?
yeah, happy birthday, Mummy. I know my mummy's listening, so happy birthday.
She hates you. You bought her a present in Camden.
Yeah.
What did you buy her?
I'm not telling you.
A pair of used 501s.
Oh, yeah, because my mum's always hanging out in the used 501. Beyond belief.
Rolling papers.
No, I can't say because I know she's listening and it'll give the game away.
Right. Can you eat it?
No.
Is it a bowl? Is it like one of those candle things from
No, it's
from
not.
candle
No,
paraphernalia
it's none
stores?
of that silly nonsense. It's practical. It's useful.
Here you go with the word nonce again.
Nonsense, I said. No, actually, you said to me, you gave me the idea. You went, one day you said, and don't say it, one day you said, you mean you can't even buy your old mum a... So that's what I bought her.
Oh, really?
Yeah. A proper one.
And you don't want me to even hint about what it is?
No, don't, because it will give the game away, and I'm going to go down there tomorrow, maybe.
Your mum
Don't get
listens
too
to this
drunk
show?
tonight. Yeah.
Where is she?
In Leeds.
Don't say... Oh. Leeds? How can she pick up this show in Leeds? Oh, here we go with that conversation
It's that conversation again. Leeds Village in Kent.
Yes, there's
Yes,
no...
they can pick it up down there, but it's not too good. The later it gets,
Yeah.
the darker it gets.
That's what my mum says.
Yeah.
She lives out in Berkshire, and she'll probably be listening now. I think it's just an excuse in order not to listen to me, because she can't stand me.
Yeah,
Whenever I open
probably
my
true.
mouth, she's always like, oh, why don't you just let that nice Carol woman speak?
That giving woman.
You're always interrupting her. Here's one in Colindale. Hello.
Good evening. Welcome back.
Thank you, Julie.
And I must say that Nick did a sterling job last week.
There you
Of course
go.
he did.
Certainly did.
of course
He only
he did.
struggled a bit between 8:30 and 9, but I think that was down to everybody switching off to listen to the national lottery results.
Ah, right.
And he only slagged you off twice.
Oh, did he? What did he say?
Well, you'll get the tape.
For an
But mind
hour.
you, he probably walked out of the studio with them last week, or failing that. Have you wondered why Andy's not in tonight to answer the phones?
Yeah,
What bribery? He gave him a little, little bundle as he walked out of the studio last week. He said, don't come back this week. Here's the tapes. Go on holiday somewhere.
Ah, right. In case
Yeah,
Andy told me what he said.
Yeah.
No, she's right. I did only slag you off twice, but it was for an hour each time.
What did he say, Julie? Tell me what he said.
Well, he just kept referring to the fact that it was very quiet in the studio.
Bliss.
You missed me.
Yeah, and the usual sexist, feminist jibes that we've come to know and love from our knickers.
Well, it just wouldn't be the same, would it?
I said nothing that was either sexist or feminist.
The thing is, Carol, he couldn't come up with anything original about the fact that you weren't there. He had to keep going back over the old joke.
What about the fact that I drink too much?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the usual things, and, that he had to make his own way into the studio.
Well, he always
have to
does
do
anyway
that.
now. But the thing is, Saturday night I was thinking about you.
Yeah.
honestly...
Who, me or Julie?
No, you.
Oh, right.
Well, the show.
Yeah.
'Cause, you know, in Kenya, the time difference is only 2 hours.
So you obviously didn't score in Kenya then?
Well, I had visions of Carol picking up a Masai Mara warrior and bringing it home like that middle-aged bird did a few years ago.
Bird? And you say that I say offensive sexist things?
What is it with women and Masai warriors?
I don't know. It's the length of their spears, perhaps. But didn't work out, did it?
Oh, what a surprise. Blimey, I'm astounded.
Is that the one where he came over and said, oh, blimey, there's loads of white women over here?
Yeah, they're working for a supermarket and they've got a 2-year-old child.
Oh, really? Well, maybe it's
unbelievable.
not that one I'm thinking of.
No, I didn't go anywhere near the Masai Mara because that's where all the tourists go. We went to a park that's not being exploited much, and so we were the first people there.
To exploit it?
Well, you know.
Virgin territory.
Kind of, yeah.
Carol goes where no man has gone before.
We went
yeah.
to exploit the park, and it was fantastic. There's loads of animals in it, so there's only one lodge. There's only one place to stay in this park. It's like 800 square kilometres of park, and there's only one hotel, and you're 100 miles away from anything.
Five go mad in Kenya.
It was hilarious, I tell you. It was brilliant.
Did you see Elsa the cross-eyed lion?
Don't confuse the issue. Elsa was a lion. The cross-eyed lion in Daktari was Clarence.
Right.
Oh, you didn't see Bubbles? I think Michael Jackson's got fed up with his chimp, let him go.
It sounds like you're experiencing bubbles yourself. You're either washing up or you're in the bath.
I'm washing up, actually. We fluffed potatoes last week, Nick and I, Carol.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, taught him the rudiments of getting a really good crispy roast.
Oh, right, yeah. You boil the potatoes, then you shake them around in the
Around,
colander.
that's it.
Yeah.
Got it in one. Hey, I'll tell you something apart from estate agents, very quickly before I go. Estate agents, you know you're going on about Hampstead and estate agents?
Yeah.
There's only one other breed known to man that I would put on that list, and that's got to be employment agencies.
Anything with the word agent on the end is completely useless. Employment agency, travel agents, they're all rubbish, aren't they?
Agents.
Agents.
But have you noticed how they operate in the same way? They always put really good stuff in the window, and when you go in, whether it be for a house or a job, it's always gone.
Never mind about gone. Taken off. There's a place in Hampstead I went to a couple of weeks ago, and there's this lovely place in the window. It's relatively inexpensive and so on and so forth. So I went in and I said, well, you know, can I go see this place? And they said, oh, that's been taken off the market. I'm like, well, why is it in the window?
They always do that. I hate them.
2 weeks later, it's still in the window.
Yeah. Because they haven't got any houses to sell, so they just put anything in the window to get you in there.
Is that right?
And then they say, oh, it's been taken off the market, or it's been sold, or they just go around taking pictures of houses to put in their window.
And here's the tip about estate agents. If
They
you're
always
selling
do that.
your house and you have one come over, they'll say, oh, well, we need 3%, which to my mind is an
outrageous.
What you do is you could say, oh, well, I'm got another estate agent. He said he would only take 1%.
Yeah.
And they'll say, okay.
Yeah, we'll do it for one. I know. I really messed up when I sold my big house. I gave away 2.5% of a... Oh, it really hurt. It was
But
so
make
painful.
sure that you have it written in your contract that they don't get the 1% regardless of whether they sell it or not.
Nick,
You only want to
Yeah.
give away 1%.
Yeah.
Nick, can you also put in your contract that you actually will not entertain gazumpers, i.e. they cannot come back to you sort of like a week before exchange and demand another $5,000 or something like that?
You can't have that written into a contract yet, no, but apparently the government's going to do something about
Oh,
it.
please, the
Stop it,
government.
but-
They talk about the biggest bunch of I'm gunners in the history of
Well,
the planet.
yeah, I
I'm
know.
gonna do
I
this,
know.
I'm gonna do that.
Exactly.
Hang on, vote for us next time, because then it's really gonna be great. Hey, listen, Julie, we've got to go, but keep fluffing your potatoes, and that's not a euphemism, by the way. So anyway, you're going to a rock star's party tonight. We haven't actually figured out who it is. It's George Michael.
No, it's not.
Whereabouts does he live?
I'm not telling you. Even if you find out who it is, you'll go around there and stalk him.
Mike Oldfield.
No. I'm not telling you, so you might as well stop trying to guess.
Did you see the thing that Mike Oldfield had in the press this week? Apparently he'd been writing Lonely Hearts ads, which went along...
Mike Oldfield?
Yeah, Mike Oldfield.
Right.
Which went along the lines of something like good-looking successful musician composer seeks a woman for...
No.
Yeah. For,
Really?
you know, partnership and fun. Something
Oh,
like
God, if only people knew he was a multi-millionaire, he would have had a million
that.
replies.
Exactly my point, because, you know, the women all over the planet must have been reading this and thinking,
Thinking,
damn it.
Yeah, exactly. Mike Oldfield, one of the richest men in the world.
Yeah, he's got like £20 million in the bank, and I just thought it was some schmo who tinkles the ivories at the local restaurant, successful musician. How dare he be so imprecise?
Did he get someone then?
Apparently it didn't work out.
Oh.
So it's not the money that makes you happy, which is what people with no money say a lot.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Here's one in Clapham. Hello.
Oh, all right, Nick and Carol, how are you tonight?
Hello, Steve. All right.
Right, I'm welcoming you back tonight.
Thanks.
Missed you last week. I mean, Nick did well. He did sort of bitch you a couple of times.
Yeah, well, don't need to be expected. He does it when I'm here. You know, there's no point. No need to worry about him doing it when I'm not here. He does it all the time.
He did well on the show last. I didn't ring him last week because I thought he'd bitch me, so I thought I'd leave it. You know, wouldn't bother.
No.
What was your trip like?
Well, it was fantastic.
Yeah, fantastic.
I was just saying earlier that I actually thought about you on Saturday night because I
was thinking about you, but why ain't she rang? I was listening all night.
Oh, I couldn't. I mean, there's no phone, there's no electricity, there's no nothing.
There's no electricity?
There was no electricity in the rooms yet because they haven't wired them out. They've got do a separate generator for each room. There will be
electricity. Sort of like for a holiday thing. Who's going to go there if there's no bloody electricity?
Well, it's not in rooms. It's that they're cottages. The cottages are like spread out over this koppie. It's called a koppie. It's a big rock in the middle of the bush, right? It's just that's all it is. And they built these little cottages like into the rocks. So in my cottage there was this giant boulder. So it was like the actual room was built around it. And there's like no windows.
Coming out the hill a bit.
Yeah, absolutely no windows.
Like over at the Flintstones place.
Well, it was a bit like the Flintstones. In fact, it was featured in the Standard a couple of weeks ago, and the headline was, "What's this? Philip Stark meets the Flintstones," because it's a very, very well designed place, very stylish, but it's all very sort of, you know, in keeping with the area. Yeah.
What, like 5 class?
Very expensive. Very expensive, but absolutely fantastic and great food.
Now, you know the article that you've written, so where's that going to appear then?
Oh, I haven't written it yet.
No, but I mean, I thought it's going to appear somewhere, isn't it?
It will do, yeah. It'll be
Well, I'll look out for it.
It'll be in the magazine that I work for now.
Oh.
Woman's Journal.
I don't really buy that, but I'll have to find a woman.
Really? You surprised me, Steve.
Nick.
But I was, we were having dinner. We had a little cocktail party on the Saturday night to actually open this place because it's brand new and they've only just finished it. That's why they haven't got the electricity set up yet, but there will be electricity.
Yeah. So how many people sort of were there? A few hundred?
No, only about 20 people.
Yeah?
20 people at the moment,
Anyone you fancy?
No.
Anybody, any famous journalists?
Famous journalist, yeah, Brian Jackman, he's quite a famous journalist.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, and Carol McGiffin, she was there.
Well, Brian Jackman writes a lot of travel articles for the Times. He's written quite a lot of books as well.
Oh, so you were there with professionals?
Oh, proper people, yeah.
They weren't just people like you over there because you thought, yeah, all right.
No, there was, well, he was the most serious journalist there. And he was really nice, actually. He was very helpful. But there were people, you know...
So you need to meet people like that for contacts to help you in your career and all that.
Well, yeah, you know, might come in handy one day.
Yeah.
But there were people who were, you know, not quite as... well, how can I say? Well, people from, like, Wedding and Home magazine, things like that.
She works for The Lady, and she's busy slagging off other magazines.
Yeah, but, you know, wedding magazines.
Well, do you remember last time you went away, you ended up in a sauna with a few fat gits? Do you remember that?
Wait a minute, where's this going?
Somewhere you'd gone somewhere and you'd ended up with, you know, you had to do an article on this, you ended up with various people.
Oh, no, that was Jamaica. Yeah, that was Sandals in Jamaica.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, I ended up in a jacuzzi with all the other journalists, yeah. But, you know, it was outside. It was
so none of that this trip?
No, none of that on this one. No, this was highly sophisticated. Oh. You know, viewing animals and drinking a lot and having this party on the Saturday night. Yeah, so anyway, I was looking out at what I could see and where I was on the Saturday night when you were just starting the show. And I just thought, I would have given my right arm to ring you up and just describe what I could see.
Oh, you should have, Carol. We'd have all been really...
You couldn't. You can't. There's no telephones there. The only contact they have with civilization is a radio call once a day to Nairobi. That's it.
Well, go on then. Make out you're ringing the show now, right? And you're reviewing it, because you must still have that picture in your head.
Oh, yeah.
Let's all be jealous.
I've got that picture in my head all right.
Come on, show it.
Well... No, because it won't be the same, because I'm not there, you know.
No, but come on, try. You know, that's part of radio, isn't it? All that visualisation.
Steve.
Okay, so here we were on the top of this hill, right? The actual hotel, well, I suppose you call it a hotel, it's called Elsa's Copy. It's actually on the site where George Adamson had his first camp when they had Elsa the Lion, right? So, and a copy is like a big rock in the middle of the bush. Like, it's all flat and then there's this big rock. So what we had to do was that night, we had to climb up to the top of the rock. So we can see for miles. I mean,
what time roughly?
It was about 8 o'clock by the time we got up there.
So what's the sun coming up?
6 o'clock
It's
here.
going down now, isn't it then?
Yeah, well, the sun goes down quite early, actually, about 7. But it's still quite light, you know,
What
for a
colour
while.
was the sky?
It was all colours. It was purple, it was green, it was blue, it was
They're
everything.
beautiful, those skies, aren't they?
Yeah, and there was like this really heavy, dark cloud, but you could still see light coming from behind the mountain, because the sunset's behind the mountain. I think it's Mount Kenya.
Oh, I'm jealous.
And all the light comes through to the sky, and then we had to, we lit a big fire. So everyone's standing around drinking champagne, so it comes out of your ears.
Jealous.
And there's this beautiful, beautiful fire, and everyone's just astounded by the view. You can't speak for quite a while just looking at it. It was
Really?
amazing. Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah, you done well, Carol. I was there.
It was fantastic.
Okay, so send us the pictures as soon as they're developed. All right, Steve. It's 0171 412 1152.
And I didn't get bitten by one mosquito.
That I do find hard to believe.
Yeah, so do I.
I leave the window open in my bedroom overnight. I get bitten to death by mosquitoes.
And there were no windows. My cottage had a 360-degree view all the way around. And there's a toilet, right? And you sit on the toilet, and there's just everything. You can see everything. There's just like this great big open window, and you can just see for miles. And if you have your binoculars, right, if you sit on the loo with your binoculars and have a good look, you can see animals. You can see giraffes.
Oh,
eating.
outside, you mean?
Yeah. Oh, shut up, you goon.
But I got to tell you, this doesn't sound like a very expensive 5-star hotel to me. There's no windows, and there's no electricity, and there's no phone.
No, but there will be electricity. There'll never be a phone. Well, they'll probably get a satellite phone in there sooner or later. Yeah, they will. I mean, they've only just finished it, for crying out loud, and they're going to put a generator in each room, so there will be electricity. There just wasn't for us, because, we were there for the opening.
That exciting, loud humming all night long.
No, you can't hear it.
Generators?
No, they'll put it somewhere. I mean, dude, look, trust me. Anyway, if you're not using it... So can you imagine me, right, in this room with no electricity, with only a gas lamp and a torch?
And on the toilet with binoculars. Yeah, I'd have a pretty vivid image of that.
And getting up in the middle of the night, can you imagine? And me, and insects, what a hideous nightmare. And apparently... my room, because my cottage was the one that was furthest away from the actual restaurant and bar and the reception area, which was over there by the swimming pool and everything else. So mine was the furthest walk. I had to walk over this rope bridge to get there as well. A rope bridge for me. Scared of heights, insect phobia, and there I am in the middle of the African bush, walking over rope bridges to get back to my room in the pitch darkness. It was so dark. I know, people say, oh, you've seen darkness. You don't really see real darkness in London, do you?
No,
There's always too much light. There, when we were walking over the bridge, we were a little bit tipsy that Saturday night.
No.
Yeah. We said, right, just switch your torches off just for a second. We switched it off. It was just so frightening. It was frightening blackness. Do you know what I mean? Really quite scary. Then you get into your room, and of course you don't know what's in there. Because it's so dark and there's no light. So you put a little gas lamp on, and as soon as you do that, insects. So you have to quickly get into your bed with the mosquito net around it.
I've got to tell you, this sounds like a total nightmare.
No, it's not at all. It isn't at all. It's
How can they not have
fantastic.
windows? That is mystifying to me.
Well, they have these net things that come down, but I mean, they're not fixed to anything. So, anything... There were baboons outside my room. I could have had a baboon come in and try to strangle me in the middle of the night. And they chose not to tell me that room had actually been visited by baboons until the day we left. They went, oh, by the way, we didn't tell you about the baboons, did we? Well, no, thanks. I wouldn't have stayed in the room if I'd known that there was a chance that
Well, that's
baboons would be
madness.
coming to my room.
How can they justify it?
Well, they won't.
I don't understand.
What they do is they give you a little walkie-talkie.
Oh, that'll work.
Everyone has a walkie-talkie. Yeah, no, honestly, and it's one of the rangers keeps.
But if a baboon can get in, then surely so can a lion.
Yeah,
You're
lion-
busy having your head ripped off, and you're fumbling for your walkie-talkie.
A lion goes, well, jump in there, yeah.
And you're forgetting to release the thing so they can talk back to you.
No, but the thing is, lions don't actually go to human camps. They just don't.
Right.
I mean, they don't.
Would you like to bet your life on that?
No, but I trust the people who know. I trust these people.
You trust the people who know they're running a hotel without the phones or electricity or windows?
Listen, you have got no idea. Well, look, me. I am the most unsuitable person for that kind of holiday, right?
Free booze? I don't think so. It seems to fit right in.
And I absolutely loved it. I would go back there tomorrow. I could have stayed for another week, 2 weeks, easily. Electricity or no electricity.
Did you have a chance to look up when you shut your torches off to see the
stars.
starry night?
Unbelievable.
It's incredible how many stars you can see with the naked eye, isn't it?
It is so incredible. And this was, you just think, there must be more stars in this sky than any other sky I've ever looked at in my whole life. It was amazing.
Either
Millions
side.
of them.
Did you see the almost down like a concentration of stars such that the sky becomes white?
In parks, yeah. Yeah, like great big clusters of stars, huge.
So I think what you're looking down is the arm of the galaxy that we're in.
Oh, what do you think?
See what I mean?
Yeah, possibly.
Because I saw the same thing in Oregon, which is the cleanest place I've ever been. We went out into the forest ostensibly to hunt deer, which never actually happened. Well, it's not something that I wanted to do at the time, but the people I was with thought that they were sort of backwoods people, redneck types, and that's what we did. We went out, and you don't realise it until you look up, which is not something you do very often.
Yeah.
Did you look up, or did you fall down and then were...
I know,
Flat on your back outside the bar.
I looked up a lot, actually. In fact, one night we were there, we saw the new moon rise as well, which was absolutely unbelievable. It was just too beautiful. I've never seen anything like it in my life. And it's so clear, you can just see everything. And I had a good look at the stars a lot, especially when we were up on the top of this hill, when we only had the firelight. And you could just... I mean, literally, you just stare for hours looking at the stars because it's just amazing. It's just unbelievable.
But weren't you frightened for your life? I mean,
no,
baboons would surely be able to kill you.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a baboon in your bedroom before?
Yeah, loads. Quite a lot, actually.
Let's take this one. It's Andy Pandy, who's on his weekend away.
Hello, Nick. Hello, Carol. How you doing?
Andy. Where are you?
I'm in Southbourne, which is a little place about 2 miles east of Bournemouth.
Why?
What's it? I wanted a break. I wanted a holiday.
Well,
Taking
what?
the weekend off.
From us?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's difficult to tear myself away.
Yeah.
But can you hear the sea? I'm actually sat on the beach tonight reading a book.
Are you?
I am.
You're using a mobile phone.
I am.
You've been hanging on for about half an hour. I don't think it's the sea we can hear. It's the sound of your brain boiling.
I think we called him back, though. So is the sun still up? Because, as you know, we're in the dungeon here.
I know. It's very nice. The sun's just setting. It's very, very pretty. And there's still loads of people here. It's still very warm. And I'm just sat here with my little shorts on and reading my book.
What, on your own?
On my own. It's very tranquil and nice. I do a little bit where there aren't too many people, so you don't sort of get hassled by loads of kids because they're really annoying, aren't they, sometimes?
Oh, sweet. Andy's all of his own on the beach, phoning us up, reading a book.
So have you done any beachy type things like the big? Have you rode the big banana, Andy?
I've put my foot in. If you know what I mean.
Do they have big bananas in
Bournemouth? A bit of a paddle.
Yeah.
A bit of a drink.
Are you skirting around this whole big banana issue? Do they not have big bananas in?
I have seen a reasonably sized banana that somebody had, but I think they've deflated it now. But there was a little speedboat thing. You could do jet skiing and stuff as well if you're off that way.
Oh, in that sea. Oh.
Yeah, it's a bit cold as well, actually, the sea.
Yeah, is it also not brown?
It's not too bad here, actually. I think this is one of the blue flag beaches of the UK, so it's actually quite clean and quite nice, but that's obviously relatively speaking compared to Blackpool.
I don't think that such a thing exists. There's a beach in this country where I'd want to actually
There is no way, absolutely no way, I'll go in the sea off this country, not in a million years.
I'm not even too sure.
It's all right, but you can kind of, you get numb eventually. You walk into the sea, you just can't feel it, and it's quite warm, and you just forget there's all these little brown things floating around in it.
Oh,
Oh, exactly. Oh, it's just vile.
You go in there and you get numb.
We do get numb because it's so cold.
Oh, it's cold.
All day, but it's, you go in there and you can really feel the cold. It's not nice. So I'm just sitting here, just outside of the sea.
You should go somewhere nice, Andy. Go to, I don't know.
Any dorm.
Anywhere else.
Any dorm. What are you going to do tonight, then? You're going to go out, or are you going to go back to your B&B?
I read something in the paper there, you've probably seen it as well, but people in the UK under 24 drink the most beer, except for the Germans, apparently. They drink a gallon a week. So I'm going to start drinking my gallon for this week.
Yeah, you better start now.
And maybe exceed the quota by tomorrow, in fact.
A gallon a week? That's only 8 pints.
That's just nothing, is it, for you, Carol?
That's not the reaction that you're supposed to have from these statistics. You're supposed to be shocked, not like, is that all?
Only 8 pints?
The mineral waters, but I think I might have a few.
So why did you choose Bournemouth, Andy?
Yeah.
Oh, because my family have come down here, you see, and they rented this flat, and they said, oh, Andy, look, come down for a weekend if you want, have a bit of a rest. So I've been working quite hard lately,
Yeah, right.
I thought I'd come down and just chill out for a weekend.
You're on holiday with your family?
Well, I'm not. I'm sort of independent, but they're sort of doing their own thing.
So what are you doing tonight?
Already. Tonight, I don't know, I might go to the pub or something, or just go into town and see what it's like.
Why don't you go play bingo with your old mum?
It's 11. I know for a full house.
With your old mum. Andy's only 10, his mum's probably younger than you.
She's a rock and roller, my mum.
I bet she is. And how old's your mum?
She's 59.
Really?
59. You were an accident.
Oh, blimey.
Not true, but not, your parents would never turn around and say, well, actually, we didn't really want you.
Well,
I guess.
I'll do it for her.
I could count on you, I knew it.
Yeah,
You are so horrid.
we're getting on just fine without you, Andy.
Beautiful.
No, we miss you. What?
Shall I come back next week or not?
Yeah, come back next week.
Well, the whole show was screwed up at the beginning because apparently in order to get anything out of the desk here, you need a code, which is astonishing to me. I've never heard anything like it in my life.
Really?
But apparently, yeah, in order to actually leave the news and have something other than 4 hours of silence, you need to tap in a code.
Excellent. Did nobody tell you about that?
Of course not, no.
Fantastic.
We're in a centre of communication. Why would they tell me?
Yeah, of course.
But you know the code, though, don't you, Andy?
I don't know the code.
You don't?
Nobody told me the special code.
Oh.
Well, how come you always get it all set up then? How do you do that if you don't have the code?
Maybe it's changed this week.
The code apparently is NA.
Oh, that code.
See,
Oh, that code.
I knew that he knew it. He just didn't know that he knew it,
No,
which is the best spy to have.
He didn't know it was a code. He thought it was your initials.
Yeah.
Obviously.
What a coincidence. Well, listen, if you keep that mobile phone next to your head any longer, I think your head's going to actually catch fire. So
I can feel it already.
we'd better leave you.
I'll speak to you soon, yeah?
It was Andy, who is ordinarily our assistant, and is this week on his holidays.
But only for a weekend, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe he's back next week.
Right. Good.
Whether we are is another thing entirely.
It's Nick Abbott and Carol McGiffin. 0171 412 1152.
So who has a cushion stuffed down his trousers? I swear the stuff that we talk about off the air is a lot better than the stuff that we talk about on.
It's the same, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
And why? Would be my next question. So anyway, it's 0171 412 1152. I could give you the fax and the email and all that jazz, but we really don't care. Do we?
Comments at lbc.co.uk.
Blah, 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 blah. So, yeah.
So we'd like to hear your comments.
Yeah. 0171 412 1152. That's really the only thing that we care about. That's our phone number. But we were talking about this. Young Brits think that this is in the Super Soaraway Mirror.
Oh, yeah.
Young.
What, today's Mirror, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, did you read the hilarious article that James Whittaker wrote about Tennis Street Porter?
No.
Oh, my God, that man is so vile. I can't stand him. Anyway, go on.
Are you going to get that
What?
article?
I've got it in my bag, yeah. Do you want to read it?
I thought you were leaving. Are you just getting up to adjust yourself?
Yeah, I'm uncomfortable. You've got a great big pole between my legs.
What?
It's really uncomfortable around here. Not only is there no light, but there's a flipping great pole between my legs.
Excuse me?
Pole.
What pole? What are you talking about?
Here, look.
Oh, on the table. Right.
So I can't ever sit properly. I can't be comfortable.
Well, be ladylike and sit sideways.
Sit sideways?
Yeah, you should act more like the Queen.
Yeah,
Anyway,
right.
Young Brits think the equivalent... And I'm not talking about the first mail caller that we had.
You leave him alone.
Young Brits each think the equivalent of nearly a gallon of beer a week, and their intake is rising. Everybody's reaction is no. Carol's is no. But for different reasons.
Mine is, it's only 8 pints.
Germany's the only country where the under-24s drink more, though France is close behind the UK, next to the Spanish and the Dutch and the blah, blah, blah. British youth drink more alcohol per head than any other age group, says the market consultant's data monitor. The weekly average last year, blah, 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 blah. My question is, how come we are always leading all of these graphs when you compare our youth to the youths of other European countries? None of these statistics being good ones. We have the highest teenage pregnancy, we have the highest amount of drugs consumed per head, the highest alcohol consumed per head. What is going on in this country? And yet we have the more stringent rules stopping you doing any of the above things than any other country.
Well, that's why then, isn't it?
Do you see a correlation between them?
Well, it's true though, isn't it? The more you tell people not to do things, the more they do them. That's a natural human instinct.
Would you think that the people in power would have figured that out yet?
Yeah.
I think that perhaps they have. It's just that, like Tony Blair was saying, he had the nerve to stand up there and say that people in the public sector...
Oh, I missed all this. What was all this about? I heard him going on about it on Question Time. He had a row with John Prescott or something?
That, I don't know. I don't watch Question Time, but it was on the news. He's left his script to berate the public services. And then John Prescott turned around the next day and said how fab they were. But Blair was saying that they're the biggest bunch of... It's been done this way always, so it always must be done this way.
Right.
Well, yet this government, ditto. Everything they do, ditto. Well, you know, we can't even consider freeing up marijuana for medicinal purposes, let alone non-medicinal. Why? Well, because it's always been done that way. You know, we can't allow people to drink after 11 o'clock at night. You know, they've been in power long enough to do that. That's
I know.
Just a flick of the fingers, it'll be done. No problem. You don't need to go into great depth, and you don't need consultants, and you don't need to look at the Scottish experience or any of that jazz. You just do it because it makes sense. But no, it's always been done this way, you know, ever since the First World War. So, of course, it makes sense to stop everyone drinking at 11 o'clock and throw them out onto the street drunk all at the same time. It's the British way.
Yeah, but it's all about keeping people in their place, isn't it? They don't want people to have too much, I don't know, it's not freedom. In a way, it is freedom.
Of course.
Like, you know, we don't have freedom because we're being told all the time that we've got to do certain things in certain ways. And that way, they manage to stay in power because they've always like got their thumbs on your head, you know, because you absolutely can't really do what you want to do because you're not allowed to because of them. And it just winds me up beyond belief. And it does work in the opposite direction, doesn't it? You're right about all the teenagers in this country. They're all running amok.
But it is
They've always been told what to do all the time. You know, it's the teenage pregnancy thing. I had a brilliant debate about that. Every other country has a lower age of consent than we do, and they have less than half the teenage pregnancies that we have in this country.
It's not just the age of consent. It's the whole attitude to sex. The attitude to sex in this country is it's disgusting
and naughty.
Don't do it.
Exactly.
You can't see it. You can't read about it.
No.
You can't. You know, heaven forbid that you should actually hear it. And furthermore, don't do it unless you're married. And even then, please don't enjoy it.
No, married people don't anyway, do they? They don't even do it.
I don't know. We should ask a few celebrity married couples about that. Posh and Bex spent their wedding night looking through the photos. Did you read about this?
Oh, I did. I've got it here. Have you seen it?
Yeah, it's just as what we expected. They spent the entire night up to 5:15 in the morning.
Yeah.
Their wedding night. How they turned around the pictures so quickly is beyond me.
They processed them on site.
They spent their wedding night looking at pictures, so that's how that marriage is shaping up. But as to whether married couples actually enjoy having sex, I don't know. Perhaps we should ask Prince Edward.
This is the Voice of London on 11:52 AM LBC News.
It's 7 o'clock. So the number here is 0171 412 1152. That's 1 down and 3 to go, as Carol so eloquently put it before yawning.
Look, I'm tired. I've had a week.
Have you?
I've had a week of it. I've had 2 weeks of it.
Elton John has had a week of it. First of all, he goes to a specialist that says he has problems with his inner ear.
Ear infection.
Yeah, that's why he's feeling so bad. And then comes to find out it's actually a heart problem. What kind of a specialist would miss by about a foot?
Well, I reckon that was a bit of guesswork on behalf of the British newspaper industry.
They don't guess, surely. They print stuff that's not an actual fact.
Well, what did he do? Last week he was borrowing 25 million quid. Elton John, I mean, he's going down there. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the sun going down on him. You are so naughty today.
Like I said, we can't, most of what we say off the air. We should do
an outtake.
Yeah, like a too hot for radio tape.
Blimey, that would sell. Put it on the internet. It'd be sold out in minutes.
Right, let's do this one.
LBC weather.
Brought to you by Steries, suppliers of the Index Voice and Data Communication System.
Stop it, you. A mainly fine night with small amounts of cloud, good clear periods, the lows 61 in town, 55 out. Pleasant summer's day tomorrow with some lengthy spells of hot sunshine. I might even see one. I didn't get out at all today other than to go to the shops. 5 minutes I was out in it. Beautiful.
It is beautiful, and you haven't got a garden or anything, have you?
No. Do you have a garden? Oh, you have a roof
I've
terrace?
got a roof terrace.
I desperately want a roof terrace. More than anything I can think of right now, I want a roof terrace. Apart from maybe Diet Cola.
Mm.
Maybe we should get Lee in there to go and get us some Diet Cola.
He needs to do the cola run, doesn't he?
Well, he's not doing anything else, because look at that board. Not one stinking call.
Uh-oh.
It was much better when you weren't here. Oh, the response was through the roof.
I don't believe you.
So anyway, pleasant summer's day. I barely had a line free the entire show.
You liar.
Lengthy spells of hot sunshine tomorrow. There'll be a brisk wind and a few patches of cloud. That sounds lovely, doesn't it? A little light wind coming in.
Yeah.
Keep you cooled down because it's too steamy. Coming in on the tube today, it's like, fortunately I was wearing shorts, which as soon as I walk in the door, Carol makes some smart aleck remark. I look fabulous in shorts.
Yeah, but the shorts look like you padded them out.
How do you mean?
You've got those shorts, right? And they look like kind of 12th century bloomers. Do you know what I mean? Like they look like bloomers that you used to wear at the turn, you know, when King Charles was around.
Well, they stick out of the side because they're pockets.
Yeah, I know, but they look funny. They do look really funny. You look like you've got like loads of toilet rolls stuffed in them or something.
Funnily enough, that's exactly how you buy them in the shop and they're stuffed with paper, the pockets, in order to make them bulge out like that.
But they look ridiculous.
No, I think masculine is the phrase you're looking for.
No, ridiculous. Ridiculous. No, honestly. And your legs are not exactly brown.
No, they're white, which is the correct colour.
And they're not very hairy either, are they?
A little bit hairy. Well, so legs that are not hairy don't pass muster, is that what you're saying?
No, but, you know,
How hairy are your legs?
Not hairy at all.
I beg to differ.
I have absolutely no hair on my legs. I said, you shut your face. I have not got any hair on my legs. They're smooth as anything.
Really? Is that the way they came, or is that the way they've...
No, I'm just not a very hairy person.
Right.
What? Don't look at me like No, actually, it's funny because I was talking to my friend last night about hair. You know, well, you know, like blokes especially, as you get older, you just end up getting more hair in places you didn't used to have it.
Yeah, I dislike that.
It's horrible, isn't it? But it happens to women as well.
Really?
Yeah.
There's some
And I wish I could actually...
Show me.
I wish I could relay the conversation that me and Lisa and Keith had last night in this bar about...
Personal hair.
Hair.
Yes.
It was so...
Do you find that you have...
hilarious,
Okay,
but
well,
you can't do it on the radio because it's just too awful.
moving over that, do you find that you have hair coming out of your ears?
No, none at all. I don't have a single hair in my ears. That's a bloke thing, though, isn't it?
I don't know, because most blokes, you don't notice. I mean, the light has to be at a certain angle, and you're looking in the mirror just a certain way for you to be able to notice the hairs in your ears. But most people, they go around with great tufts coming out, like 2-3 inch long pieces of hair that you could virtually comb over.
Well, Andy told us, didn't he, of that bloke he saw on the bus that time. He said he had the hair, he saw a man on the bus who had the hairiest ears he's ever seen his whole life. And I've seen blokes with, yeah, huge tufts like gardens.
How can they not notice that?
Well, they do notice it, but what can you do about it? You can't exactly, you know... Oh, God, I remember something else. Oh, dear. You can't exactly, you know, emac it off, can you? You can't do that.
No, they have one of these...
Ear strimmer. Is that what they're called? Trimmers.
Some people need one of those sit-on lawnmower things.
Yeah, they do, for their ears.
Yeah.
Or their noses. Because blokes get hairs coming out their nose as well, don't they?
Yeah, I dislike that too. You can snip those away though, because they become... Like, how people will leave the house with great long nostril hairs, you know, resting on their top lip is just beyond me.
Too.
Like, how can they see themselves in the mirror?
I don't know.
To shave and not notice that, or notice it and not do anything about it?
The thing that worries me most as a female person is moustache. That's what worries me.
Right.
I've got this thing that I'm pretty certain that as soon as I go through the menopause, I'll have a moustache. I know, and I just can't handle it. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Which tense were you using there?
I'm only 30.
It's quite luxuriant.
What? What?
Your moustache. You're virtually like one of those Victorian bad
I haven't got a moustache, actually, but
I feel
in
like...
the right light, there's a little bit of, you know... Well, if everybody's got that, everyone's got that kind of, you know, fluffy stuff on their face, haven't they?
Yeah,
like apricot.
like David Beckham.
Like peach fluff. Yeah, it's like David Beckham. Yeah, everyone's got that, though, haven't they? So I've got a little, you know, bit there.
I feel like the woman who gets tied to the tracks and you're standing above me in a cape, twirling your moustache. You could get a part in a silent movie.
Yeah, I'm a bit worried that I'm going to end up like, what's that bloke's name? Jimmy Edwards. He had the best moustache, didn't he? He had the handlebar moustache.
It was just kind of plain silly. I mean, how must that smell?
Oh, revolting. Moustaches are just horrible anyway. They're just horrible. I can't imagine what lives in those things.
Well, have you seen those pictures close up of the little things that live in your eyebrows?
Eh?
Yeah, they look like it looks like the alien monster. Huge.
Not in my eyebrows.
Seriously, gargantuan, ugly, hideous things that, if they were our size, would be ruling the planet because nobody else would want to live here.
Don't be so revolting. There's nothing in my eyebrows.
Thousands and thousands of them. Yeah.
No.
All burrowing and weaving away, and you know, little droplets of ick. Huge amounts of them. I can see them from here.
Lee says hairy neck. I've never seen anyone with a hairy neck.
Well, I'll get you 2 mirrors. This is LBC.
Sorry about this, London.
0171 412 1152. Saturday night with Abbot and McGiffin.
I can't help it. I can't stop listening.
So we've just been talking about Carol's hair, and I had a little preview, a sneaky peek, and it's...
I have not got a hairy neck. You are funny, but I haven't got a hairy neck. Thank you.
Kind of like a topiary class over there. Incredible. You could style it into any shape or form you like.
No, I mean, I have got hair in places that I didn't used to have hair. Can't go into it, obviously. But everyone has.
Pretty hairy forearms.
Eh? I have not. I mean, I haven't got hairy arms. I'm actually not very hairy at all. Look, I haven't got hairy arms.
Do you pluck your eyebrows to get that constantly surprised look on your face?
I do pluck my eyebrows, actually. It's one of my favourite little hobbies.
Is it?
It's
Does that not hurt?
No, not when you've been doing it for years. No, it is actually my favourite waste of time. If I'm sitting at my computer and I need distraction, I just get the mirror and pluck my eyebrows out.
Now, you're not one of these people that would do it on the tube.
No way, it's disgusting.
Do you
Makes
put
me
your,
sick.
do you put your makeup on the tube?
I don't wear makeup,
Oh, yeah.
ever.
Well,
No, I don't, and I hate people who do that. It's annoying.
let's have one in Thamesmead.
Hello, I think Carol's James without the barge.
Ah, hello, James.
Yeah, I don't know why I put myself through this every week, or you, really. But,
No, nor do we. But we're glad you do, because otherwise nobody would.
well,
Yeah,
well, this is it, really. I feel
can you-
guilty because I enjoy listening to you so much.
Can you-
I've got to contribute. But anyway,
Can you believe that
Carol's
we...
modelling hair.
Wait a minute. Can you believe that the only calls we get are the same damn calls that we always get every single
All right,
week?
it's Joyce from Hendon then. Does that make you feel better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had an email from someone this week who said, love the show and all that stuff.
Okay.
Get
And then
new
they said,
callers.
no, they said, you shouldn't take any calls because all the callers are prats.
right,
I'd
right.
much rather listen to you two.
Right.
Sorry, no, don't take it personally, James.
No, I like the
Yeah,
callers
Carol's
because
totally thrown me, really.
it takes us to where we wouldn't go ordinarily.
Yeah.
We encourage them. I know that we talk a lot, but we talk a lot because we
Yeah.
get so few, and I've been moaning about this for the last 18 months. And of course, when Carol takes a week off, they flood in.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're talking about the same old callers. I mean, I was going to save this for last, in fact, possibly even next week, but I think I might have a bit of a scoop here for you.
Uh-huh.
Because I've been some of, what do you lot in the trade call it, investigative journalism or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
About a certain caller I keep going on about who lives in a certain part of the West Country. Are you familiar?
Ooh.
Do we know...
Oh,
of
you
any
know
idea
who?
what we're
God,
talking about?
blimey.
What, Elizabeth from Cheddar?
Oh, blimey, that's the one I almost forgot. Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, what about...
Well, I did. I rang up, old Simon Bates was on your show the other week, wasn't he? And he said if you dial 0800 192, you might want to write it down, 192, then you can get directories without paying for it. So I thought, great idea. So,
Wait a minute.
right, can I...
Say that again.
0800 192 192.
0800
Yeah.
192 192.
The only trouble is they do answer it scoot, you know, that, so it's not totally like, oh, can I have, you know, Nick Abbot in wherever, you know, but, so anyway, I asked them, and all we got to go on, of course, is the fact that she lost about 20 stone in weight at Weight Watchers, and the fact she's in local paper, wasn't it? So we always meet, oh, can I have local newspapers, so that anyway, and Weight Watchers. Anyway, the short of it is that I'm expecting I was sort of put onto this bloke who knows her, who she's trying to get him to get his band together to sort of record with her. And,
With her?
With her, yeah.
No.
And because I said, if Nick was any sort of decent sort of like presenter, like you'd probably want to push her forward, wouldn't he? But he's not that sort of a bloke.
No, I seriously want to have her back on our program. This is a woman from the old schools, one of the best all-time callers. She was fantastic, and her name was Elizabeth from Cheddar. She has her own website.
Yes, I know. And but wasn't she was au fait with the internet, wasn't she? Surely she knew that you were on this station being played out
I
over the
don't think
internet.
she did the internet, was she really?
I think she was. I
Rang him up, great bloke, and he said, oh, she rings me every few days, so he's got to try and get to ring me up. So I'll obviously sort of try and get to ring you up. I'm sure you'd really enjoy that.
That would be beyond fantastic.
Yeah.
To hear Elizabeth from Cheddar again, that would be great.
That'd be better than your dreams about Carol we discussed the other
It
week.
beats the pants off any other call that we'd ever get.
What, every other, what, even 8?
Especially.
Good evening, Nick.
Of all the people in all the world that had to follow me here from somewhere else, it had to be him.
Yeah, do you have to write things down when you go there? Because my mind goes blank with nerves, so I'm crossing things off now. Right, so can I get up to point 4A?
The only thing we have to write down before we get here is the code to the door. But apart from that, no, it might come as a surprise to you, but we are completely blank.
What, the code to the repetitive ad? Well, I shouldn't have said that, but some of them are a little bit repetitive, aren't they?
Yeah, like our callers.
Yeah.
Anyway, I won't...
Right, what's 4A then?
Right, 4A. Well, I couldn't help escape you. I noticed that the other week, a great admirer of yours, Carol, and I think it's reciprocated, Mr. Allen, on a certain morning slot, you and him were both off at the same time.
Oh, yeah, my mate Steve.
Yeah.
Was he?
I wonder, like, whether perhaps the two of you had
No, definitely not.
Are you sure that?
No.
Are you sure that was a baboon in your bedroom?
It was Steve Allen. No, he wasn't even at the do, was he, in the week? I didn't see him. Was he there?
Oh, you mean
I wasn't there, didn't I?
the boss is leaving?
Yeah, the boss
No,
is
I think
leaving.
that we were the only two presenters. Oh no, Peter Dealey. He showed up. Yeah.
Peter Dealey. Do you want some?
He was the only other person that was there, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Presenters are notoriously bad for not showing up to anything.
Andy Hodgson was there earlier.
Well, you didn't show up Portsmouth last week, Nick, did you? So
Portsmouth?
you're supposed to...
Oh,
Yeah,
no, I
yeah,
didn't.
when
No,
you're
you're
Portsmouth.
quite right.
Why were you supposed to go to Portsmouth?
Because it was a day away, a weekend away from the other place.
Oh, right. Oh, God, yeah. Do they still do that?
Yeah.
Oh.
I actually dragged that out a bit, Carol, now, didn't you? Oh, right.
What?
Oh, God. Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
yes. Oh, right. Oh, God, yeah.
right. Yeah, I went on a few of those when I worked for that company.
Yes.
Right.
Good fun. You didn't go, you miserable old...
Well, I was working here.
You could have gone on Sunday morning for the day.
I work there on Sunday.
Oh, of course you
I
do.
work every day. I don't
You-
get time off.
Goon.
Enjoy it.
So anyway, do we have...
Right, point 7...
Oh, blimey. In closing...
yeah, do you want to hand me over to Mike? Well, this is the subject, actually. Mike Allen, doesn't he remind you, put your mind of Mike Smash? Because I'm sure it's from the same school. Don't you agree? Or
Mike Smash?
Smashy and nicey, you mean?
Yeah, he's a bit more of your traditional sort of, well, I better not say too much, but...
No, he's nothing
Not really.
like that.
Oh, not even close.
I think you're brilliant, and he's nothing like that. Anyway, I won't be nasty. Anyway, finally, Nick, getting on from Steely Dan last week, who've got a new album out soon. That's a new album, London.
Really?
Yeah. You said about Miles Davis, weren't you? So, what should I rush out and buy now, then? Because do you like his later stuff, or his earlier sort of stuff, or...
Well, do you have the album Kind of Blue?
Oh, that's what I got. Oh, I can't beat it. Everyone says, oh, yeah, but he's always funk stuff later on, I mean.
No, I like the cool West Coast stuff myself.
So, yeah, what did I get the other day? I got Miles Smiles, which is quite good as well.
The Ballads album is quite good.
Is that Ballads, did you say?
Ballads.
I hope everyone else isn't switching off while we're discussing it. Yeah.
But no, we are going to switch off.
Hello?
Go to your local record store and ask
All
for
right,
advice.
who's this pop star that Carol was going
I don't know. I'll wheedle it out of her before the end of the programme.
No, you won't.
It's George Michael, isn't it?
No, it's not.
It is George
No,
Michael.
it isn't.
It's a pop star who lives in London.
Oh, right, and there's only one.
Oh, Gary Barlow.
Oh, he's not a pop star anymore, is he? He's a has-been.
Oh, it's Robbie Williams.
No, it's not.
Is he current or of the old school?
Well, probably more 80s.
He's going to hate to hear that. If he's listening, or any of his flunkies are listening.
He won't be listening.
You're
I
probably-
think they'll be well gone already, I reckon.
So you're leaving from here to go to the party of a pop star who is, it's somebody from Spandau Ballet.
Well, what's going to happen is my mate, my neighbour, is going to ring me later to say if it's any good, and then I'm going to go if it's good. If it's no good, if she's there and it's rubbish, she's going to ring me and say it's rubbish, don't bother.
Now, is this the
Then I'm
same?
going to go home.
Is this the same neighbour that you fell out with this week?
I've fallen out with all my neighbours. No, I haven't. No, my neighbour Sue. No, I really like Sue. She's all right. She's cool. She's my direct neighbour. She's right next door to me,
Right.
on the terrace. The door is not, but it's round the corner a bit. But she's all right. No, I had a bit of not a row exactly with one of my neighbours this week, because I told you I've been out and about this week quite a lot.
You've been drunk a lot. Let's not
Well,
mention
yeah, okay. Since I got back from Kenya, I've been out and about a bit.
Hmm.
And I don't know why, but everyone always ends up coming back to mine. And it's usually quite late. And so the windows go back, because I've got these windows that go all the way back. So one side of the whole flat is open to the balcony, right? And you just pull these windows back. And for some reason, you know when you've had too much to drink, suddenly your hearing goes, and you just don't realise how loud everything is. And we were having a Will Smith moment. We were getting jiggy with it, right? And we were dancing around the living room, getting jiggy with it. This bloke, right? He lives opposite me. I've never spoken to him, so he's the one bloke there that no one's ever spoken to.
And how late was this?
Well, it wasn't that late.
How late? After
Well,
11?
it wasn't that late. Yeah.
Midnight?
Been for a curry, and we got back.
Trail of poppadoms up to your flat.
No, we had a curry in the restaurant.
Right.
And then, was it that night? Was it the other night? I can't remember what night it was. And so he comes out onto the balcony, to his balcony across the way, across the courtyard.
And he was shouting at you?
Yeah, shouting. Saying something along the lines of, don't you realise that when you play music loud, it bounces around and everyone can hear it?
Yeah. What's the matter with you?
Okay, well, yes, I do, actually. I do realise that.
See, now you're getting an attitude about that. You're the one in the wrong here. This is exactly how it was. This is exactly how it was in the bar this week. You have been so bad this week. Awful behaviour from you.
Will you just shut up for a minute?
Dreadful woman.
Do you know how I know that do you know how I know that the music bounces around and you can hear it? Because about 2 weeks ago, he was playing Celine Blimmin' Dion until 2 o'clock in the morning at very high volume.
Right, and no doubt you leant over the balcony and screamed that back at him.
No, I didn't at all. No, one of the other neighbours went and knocked on his door and he just ignored him. So, you know, so thanks very much for telling me off, you idiot. You're the one who's... It's Celine Dion, at least I was playing decent music.
How do you know it was him, though? If it echoes around, how could you pinpoint where it comes from?
Because he's the only one with his windows open. You knew it was him, it was definitely him. And anyway, one of the other neighbours went round to his front door to knock on it, and he heard it. You could hear it. It was really, really loud, much louder than my Will Smith.
So now you're ganging up.
No, I'm not, but I don't... Anyway, so what I did was, I pretended not to hear him. I was going like that, I was going with my arms going, what? What'd you say? I can't hear you. and then I forgot I did this. So before I shut the window, Lisa told me she went over to the stereo and just turned it up as loud as it would go.
He must be thinking, oh, I left the council estate for this?
Well, look, I mean, I did shut the windows after that and I did turn it down, but then we did it again last night. But nobody told me off last night. But, you know, what can you do?
Noise abatement people are coming and nick your stereo.
Yeah, I'm worried about that. There's something in the paper about that today, actually. Call for national plan to curb noise pollution.
Yeah.
This is this bloke. I bet he's a journalist for the Times. He's written this article in the Times today. Was it today or was it last week? Anyway, so, no, I haven't fallen out with him. I just never speak. He never speaks to anyone. You know, he moans because people sit on his chairs. Well, he shouldn't leave them out, you know. It's just a bit weird.
He sits, huh?
Okay, where I live, I've got my own private balcony, right, which people are not supposed to walk on. They do, which is a bit annoying, but, you know. And then there's a communal terrace across the way from me, across the courtyard.
I have to come over in order to understand
it, yeah.
Because I don't.
Well, I invited you around the other night.
Well, I didn't want to go.
Things to do.
Yeah, like anything else would have been better. In your mood that you were in that night.
I was not in a mood.
Shocking. You
don't know anything. I was not in a mood, actually. I didn't even notice. Anyway,
the whole room was talking about it.
I didn't want. So then there's this communal terrace the other side that's about 6 flats have access to this 2 sides of the communal terrace. And in the middle there's a little jutting bit that's the staircase from the Celine Dion bloke, right? That's his staircase that comes up. And he's got, like, his little table and chairs there. He's, like, commandeered that space, which he's not allowed to do because nobody owns that space. It's communal. Everyone has access to it. So he has these, like, little table and chairs there. So that's, like, he's staked out his territory. That's my space.
Don't you find that annoying, that whole communal thing? I'd much rather have...
I don't like the idea of communal.
For the same money, you can get your own little terrace.
Well, yeah, some of the flats do have their own little terraces, but some of them don't. Some of them, you know, a lot of people wanted access to the communal terrace because they're bigger than the actual balconies that you get.
So it's like living in the third world, a communal terrace.
Well, anyway, so what you get is you get all the people, like, you know, staking out their little bit of space in the communal terraces. So he's got his table and chairs there. And there's a party going on there today. There's a big party. Victor right across the way from me on the top. He's having a party. There's loads of people out there and everything. And it's, you know, it's inevitable that they're going to end up sitting on his chairs because they're there. And, you know, last time when the bloke next door to Victor, Neil, had a party, people were sitting on his chairs and he went and complained to Neil. He went, excuse me, I can't help noticing that people have been sitting on my chairs. And you just think...
Have they also been tasting his porridge?
But it's that, you know, he shouldn't live there if he doesn't want to be... He shouldn't have bought a flat with a communal terrace if he doesn't want to be communal, you know.
Well, I think has been ruining the day ever since you moved in, because before, obviously, everything was tickety-boo.
I was there first. I moved in before he did. Anyway,
Did you scream that over the edge of the balcony
I was here first.
while spilling your drink into the courtyard?
No, listen, I mean, I'm not falling out with him at all. You know, I'm sure he's a perfectly reasonable, decent bloke, but, you know, he just doesn't want to be...
He's being pushed to the edge by your unreasonable behaviour.
I'm not being unreasonable. Okay, I was being a little bit loud this week, but, you know, I'm not the only one. Other people do it.
Well, I hope you're chastened.
I was told off. I was well told off. But I didn't mention the Celine Dion thing, you know, I didn't say that. I should have, you know, I should have said, oi, Celine Dion, and then turned it up.
There you go. Celine Dion, he was playing. You're playing Will Smith. At least the man had taste.
But he didn't tell me off last night, so he must have had his music playing loud anyway, and I just didn't hear it. But I'll tell you what, right, when I got up this morning, and I went and put the radio on the stereo. Oh, God. It was so loud. And I looked at the, you know, like, you know, on the stereo, normally the little knob only goes up to like 2 or something.
And you had it one louder?
It was loud. It was really, really loud. I think it's because I was playing records though. Records aren't as loud as CDs, so you have to turn them up a little bit. I was playing my Herb Alba, I think.
It just gets better and better, doesn't it? Here's one in Scotland. Hello.
Hello there.
How you doing?
There's been a major crisis this week.
What's that?
We can't hear you over the net.
Oh no, that's why. Oh no, that's our listenership gone.
It's been very distressing for us.
Really? Because almost nobody at all listens to us on the radio. Everybody listens because they're net nerds on their computers.
Oh no, so what is it?
That's a disaster.
Is it just not working, or is there an explanation?
Have they pulled the plug on it?
Well, when you try to connect to the real audio thingy, it gives you a message saying the URL is either wrong or inaccurate.
Really? Well, that's when they've... that happens when they dump a site. Is our site, then do you have any information about this, Lee? Are we off the off the net? The World Wide Wait? But would they tell you?
Probably not, no.
Why would they not? Why would they bother to get rid of it? It doesn't cost anything to keep it there, does it?
Probably does.
Maybe it's just, I don't know, but we can't hear you, so we're all very unhappy.
Oh no, so what about the chat room then? So
the chat room's still buzzing.
It is?
And,
now, when you say buzzing, does that mean that there's 2 people talking at the same time?
Oh no, there's quite a lot, and Timo is transcribing everything you say.
How does he do that?
Because he's listening to you.
Where is he
on the
then?
radio.
Oh, is he?
So this is... This is an indication of the people that follow... Now, you don't have to take any blame for this at all. These people have been following me around, and this is an indication of the mentality of the people who have become fans, or whatever you like to call it. Not only have they got about a dozen websites about me and Carol and regular callers from other stations. You know that Elizabeth from Cheddar website has been hit over 1,000 times?
No.
She was just a caller who used to ring every now and again. Over 1,000 people want to...
know about Elizabeth from Cheddar. She doesn't even know about it, I bet.
Probably not, no.
And I'm still waiting for my website, damn it.
Yeah, well, wait away. It'll never happen. You don't have the personality.
Don't be so hard.
Well, I'm sure you're a nice person, but you understand that if you're only on for 2 minutes a day, you have to really make your mark.
Yes,
Where's Timo then?
Every day of the week.
Does he live in London then, Timo?
Yeah, I think he moved, yes.
So there is... Not only are there all these websites, but these people have started their own chat group, and I still don't know how to get into chat groups.
You don't want to?
Right. So they're talking about the programme while the programme's on, and now, while they can't actually hear it on the net, someone's transcribing it for the benefit of the people who don't live in London.
This is unbelievable.
It's staggering.
Isn't it?
Can I make a request that you edit out all the bits that Carol says and just report me?
Yes, we've been hearing about you talking about hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have heard the stuff that she was talking about it during the outbreak.
Oh.
I'll type that out for you. In fact, I'll draw you a diagram. What's your fax number?
No, actually, no, I won't. I can't really.
So what's life like in your beautiful downtown Edinburgh?
Beautiful downtown Edinburgh is... Oh, it's okay. Funny you were talking about Celine Dion, because she was up here on Thursday.
Best place for her.
Her heart away. And
it's not far enough away for me.
Quite.
She's a nightmare.
Standstill.
She was what?
City was at a standstill.
Yeah, I bet.
Really?
Yeah,
she's at Wembley tonight.
People there.
She's at Wembley tonight, apparently, and there's a huge traffic jam. Well, she's just a woman who sings.
She's like, is it Whitney Houston that can't sing a one-syllable word in one syllable?
Yes.
Celine Dion is another one like that, isn't she?
The warbler, yeah.
It's like she's doing scales, and she's probably still, if she started at 6, she's probably still on her first word.
Yeah.
You know, she's up to about 1,000 syllables in the first word, which happens to be I.
I can't believe that that whole audience won't be yawning after 2 minutes.
Oh, my parents went.
Oh, they
Well,
didn't.
that was going to be my... what I was going to say is that I'm sure the audience have all taken their own chairs, including the bloke who's over your courtyard. They'll have rugs over their knees, and he'll be about due for their evening nap, around about now, I would think.
Yeah.
The thing about Celine Dion, does any of her songs actually have lyrics, or is it just warbling?
Yeah, it's just vocal gymnastics is what she does.
Yeah.
She's just showing off. Why don't she just sing the damn song? The reason why her songs last so long is that she inserts a syllable for every one that's actually written down.
Mm.
And you know, she actually had this fake railing, which looked like the end of a boat when she was singing the Titanic song.
Oh, no.
Went up to it all dramatic, and then started going...
Oh, that is too embarrassing. Don't come anymore, I feel sick.
And her heart will go on, but not if I ever meet her.
No.
No, nor me. And especially if that bloke starts playing it loud one night again, neither will his heart go on.
How can a man like Celine Dion? Isn't that a bit strange?
Yes, very strange.
What can you do? So, how was your...
He's not a decorator, is he?
A decorator?
That's like an inside gag about the first call that we had, never mind.
No.
I don't
No, he's not a decorator. I don't know what he does, actually. No one knows what he does. But he has a cleaner every day.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
A cleaner?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what they're calling it?
And he has a woman who irons as well.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So, and he hasn't got any furniture in his flat except one sofa.
What?
I've got binoculars. No, I don't spy, actually, but you can see. I told you, you can see into everybody else's flats. You can just see it.
Yeah, especially if you, stand on the toilet
No.
and put the telescope up to your eye. Mm-hmm.
No, you can just see. You know, you're right opposite.
Yeah.
I can see into everybody's flat.
So what's happening? You're not leaving us, are you?
Eh?
You will still be here next week.
The future
Well,
is something
who
that we're not specialists
You
in.
can't leave us.
I'll put you on hold and you can talk to one of Mike's psychics. 0171 412 1152. This is LBC.
It's the best psychic show on radio. Fulfill your destiny. Saturday evenings from 10. Mike Allen, LBC 1152. The Voice of London. Nick Abbott and Carol McGiffin. 0171 412 1152. The Voice of London.
Yeah. So, you said, did I go to the party in the park, didn't you?
Yeah.
And you said it seriously, too. Do I look like a 13-year-old girl for you?
Well, a lot of my friends went.
Really?
Yeah.
The party in the park, to see what?
To see, I don't know. I don't know what was going on. I was away, remember? I was in Kenya, so I don't know what... And I've just been reading through OK magazine, and I completely bypassed the first few pages because I was so desperate to get to the wedding pictures. And I've just realised the party in the park had Gary Barlow, Jerry Halliwell, and Boyzone.
Blimey, spare me the pain.
Martine McCrutcheon.
Who?
Martine McCrutcheon.
Who?
Tiffany from EastEnders.
Right, don't watch it.
Yeah, but you know she is. And Elvis Costello. What's he doing there? I don't know. He's doing everything. He's doing the flower today, isn't he? So, and the Cause. So it all looks like a bit teeny bop. So I can't quite understand what Prince Charles is doing there.
Oh,
Is that next to Andrea
well, I don't know. What is going on with the royal family? I think they need to get some new advisors because they seem to be doing all these stupid things that, I don't know, some flunky who's perhaps been sitting in the cupboard, dusting wigs for the past 30 years has just been given a job telling them what groovy things that they should do.
Yeah.
Did you see the Queen? You must have seen the pictures of the Queen. She visited some place in Glasgow.
In a council house or something.
No, I said all this on the other at the other place, but it was so funny. Could she have looked any less comfortable? She was sitting bolt upright on the chair, like it was
But it was almost like not real, wasn't it?
It looked like she had been there by photo manipulation. Like it was a picture of her at Ascot, perhaps, and they'd stuck her in this kettle flame.
I know.
There's this bright red vision sitting bolt upright on a chair that I don't know why she was so uncomfortable on that chair. Perhaps it hadn't been disinfected or painted, and she wasn't familiar with the concept of anything that hadn't actually been painted before she got there.
She looked unreal. She looked like a dummy. Like someone had just put something, a lookalike Queen dummy.
And to have that woman in such a tiny room, stuffed with furniture...
I know.
What must have been going through her head was, how can a room this small not have a toilet in it?
Yeah, well, they do make them do mad things sometimes, don't they? What did she do? She went to McDonald's once, didn't she? And everyone went mad. I mean, why?
Why?
What do they care?
What, they wake her up in the morning and say, here you are, Your Majesty, you're going to go and you're going to pretend to have tea with this family. And, oh, by the way, there's going to be 100 photographers crammed into the room as well.
Yeah.
So just pretend that you're enjoying it for a little while. Chit-chat about, what do you do? Oh, really? Gosh, that is interesting. You pack boxes in a factory. Gosh, and how long have you done that?
I know.
Oh, 50 years. Really, that is interesting.
I know. And then Prince Charles is at the party in the park. And what's that all about? Why?
I've got no idea. I mean, he couldn't possibly have enjoyed any of it. The man likes hunting and shooting.
Well, I think he probably did because Denise Van Outen flashed her boobs to him.
What is with Denise Van Outen as well? She's forever getting her boobs out. Is it because she's not on TV anymore?
She is on TV. Yeah, I think it's quite funny that she flashed her boobs to Prince Charles. I think it's very naughty and very funny.
Yeah.
She's just laughing her head off. She's got her tongue sticking out and then just don't lift it up. It's just funny. It just made me laugh.
Yeah.
And you can tell he clocked it because the photo in the paper, actually, you could see him having a good look. He was having a good look.
What? Well, having a good look.
Stop miming things to me.
The photographer caught him glancing at some movement out of the corner of his eye. It could have been anything. That's probably just a lucky shot. He wasn't. Well, he was there with his tongue out, dribbling. No, of course not. He just,
He clocked it.
Yeah, he looked over and he saw something that he didn't want to see, and he probably. What is this?
I don't know. Leisha's coming with something.
It's a fax.
Ah, faxes. Did we get the fax number out?
Shall I just read it on the air? Is this suitable material? I started listening to you 5 weeks ago, and now with a friend of mine, I told her we're dedicated, blah, blah, blah. It's a really great show. It was much better when Carol wasn't here.
Shut up.
Also, I looked at your photos on the official LBC new website, and Carol's doesn't look anything like the television image I recently saw her on.
No.
With yours,
the photos are appalling.
Yeah. With yours, though, I'd heard from a fellow presenter of yours that you were a gorgeous, muscular guy with pecs to die for. That's my boot that you were talking about a little while ago.
That's right.
Which presenter? I don't know why I'm asking you. You didn't mind.
I don't know.
And had various wonderful images of you in your photo. Although a good-looking guy, it doesn't do you justice at all. How right? He's right. Great show, great last D.
The photos don't do us justice at all. We look dreadful in those photos.
You do.
So do you.
No,
we both do. They're both rubbish. We just look silly. Anyway, I was on the telly last week as well. Was it
you
the week
were?
before? Yeah. I did that Tuesday late night live thing. You know, that Nicky Campbell show with and Andrew Neil.
Oh, just as long as that man wasn't on it.
What man?
That man, you know who I mean.
What man?
That man wasn't on it. Didn't he used to do that show, that bloke?
What bloke? What man? What are you talking about?
So anyway, what's this bloke?
Richard Littlejohn. No, he wasn't. He doesn't do it anymore. No, it's Andrew Neil and Nicky Campbell.
Right.
But the telly thing that I think he's referring to is the documentary I did, all of the fame, Falling for a Star thing.
Wait a minute, you were on a political discussion program?
Of course.
Saying what?
You are a nightmare.
Why would they get you? Now, I mean this in a nice way. Why would they get you to do that?
It wasn't about... They'd have the serious discussion and then they have the light-hearted discussion.
About?
And the light-hearted discussion was all about stuff that you already know. I mean, they just get rent-a-gobs on, don't they? And you just say one thing and you go home. That's
well,
it.
what was the subject?
Sex. Sex and women. Women and sex. Women taking the initiative and sex. because the Candice Bushnell, the woman who writes the column in the New York Observer that inspired the series Sex and the City, you know about that, don't you? Don't pretend you don't, because you do.
I know, but I've heard of the series, but I didn't know that it was inspired
By a column, yeah, by a woman. And she was over promoting something. I can't remember, not a book or anything.
Right, and these old geezers were outraged that women should actually be...
into sex, yeah. So they
not only into it, but actually going out and seeking it.
Yeah, and talking about it.
Yeah.
And being honest about it and all that, you know, outrageous. And so they had, like, on the podium, they had Faye Weldon, they had Candice Bushnell, and then they had, like, a bunch of blokes who were there to wind the women up, and then they had me and a couple of other women to wind the blokes up, and you just end up having a shouting match every time, you know.
So it's kind of like a party at your place.
That's exactly right, yeah. It was all right, though. It was quite a good laugh. I mean, it's not exactly hard work. Just late, you know, you don't get on till like 11:30 and you don't get home till 1 o'clock, so you have to go for a glass of wine afterwards. And
do you not feel that because you go there wanting to say your bit, I mean, do they say we'll have you say this?
No.
Do they not ask you questions and you will answer them and they say, yes, say that on the air?
No, you say what you want.
Right.
So you don't know which way it's going to go, do you? You can't plan what you're going to say.
And do they come to you or do you stick your hand up?
No, they come to you. Because they have to make sure that everybody gets their say.
And so when you
they always get too many people on, which is very annoying because, you know, I could hold my own on my own. There was 4 people on my side, you know, and I would have preferred it to be just me because I had to reply to everything that was being said. But they have to go down the line.
That for a second.
Yeah. So they have to go down the line so everybody gets to say one thing.
Right. But when the camera zooms in on you, do you not feel like embarrassed, nervous?
No.
Nothing like that?
No, not at all. I got a round of applause.
For holding your own? Really?
No, because I
Imagine
said...
that.
What did I say? Because I said that all men were useless at sex. And
Based on a sample of how many?
Oh, I could be...
Here's one in Surrey. Hello.
Hi guys, how you doing?
All right.
Hello.
All right. Right, can I just suggest that get rid of Andy and keep that guy Lee?
Why?
Much better.
Much better. He comes on halfway. For a start, he didn't trust me going on air.
Why not?
Because I said sorry, he likes to really pronounce whereabouts I am, you see. So.
Right.
And he said, I might put you on. Then he halfway, when he phones you up, when you guys are speaking, he comes on, you'll be on shortly. Andy never does anything like that.
No.
Oh.
Andy's customer care's crap.
That's why we don't get any calls then.
Yeah, he's a dreadful
It's Andy's fault.
shower. Yeah.
And the phone was answered really quickly as well.
Oh, well,
Normally
good.
you're on holding just forever.
Yeah, because he's on the phone to all his mates, isn't he, Andy?
Right, he's fired.
Yeah, get rid of him. Ginger spice.
Anyway, what do you want to tell us? Yeah.
I've got loads of stuff.
Oh,
What?
Here we go.
Oh, blimey.
Ginger spice.
Oh, thank you very much.
What about her? I thought she was looking quite good at the party in the park thing.
Oh, no, I watched bits on TV. She was rubbish, isn't she?
Oh, she is rubbish. I
Yeah.
mean, you know, I don't
I
think
tell
she's
you,
very
who
good.
was
But
shocking. I don't
she
want
looks nice.
We don't have time to get into this now. I'll talk about this in the next hour. Cilla Black.
What about her?
Did you see Cilla Black on Parkinson last night?
Of course I didn't. But that's a repeat, isn't it? It's an old one.
I don't know, but I came in, I had a pretty good day yesterday. Well, let's talk about this after the news, but remind me, because otherwise 10 o'clock will come round and I won't have said a damn thing.
Okay.
Just sat here listening to you all night.
Yeah, right. Don't start. Yeah, go on.
So anyway, back to you, Simon.
Oh, cheers, thanks. You were talking about the Queen thing, about her going to some council flat or...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It reminded me of a story a couple of days ago, one of the MPs where they... was it selling off parcel Royal Mail?
Yeah.
Or something. He was posting letters, and there were these 2 post guys giving in the letters to post in the doors and that. It was just so false and pretentious. It was awful. The main thing about she's phoned up to phone about is I just want to show I'm going off to see Star Wars at Wembley tomorrow.
Are you?
Eh?
Why?
Eh? Well, a friend of mine managed to get some... It's not Star Wars as a film, I'm seeing that on Thursday, but a friend of mine managed to get tickets over at Wembley Arena to see special Star Wars clips, how they made the movie, and
you
quick clips,
sad.
and get a 2-hour tour, and get to see all the props and everything.
That is so
That is
pathetic.
so sad.
How much did you pay for this?
£13.
You are such a loser.
tragic.
He's not a loser.
We're sitting here listening to you.
What, £13.75?
I think he's more worried that he's listening to us.
Now, we've already established that he is our ideal and usual demographic. Geek.
I am not a geek.
Definitely.
Total geek.
I think he's fitting with
I am
our
not a
audience
geek.
profile. Definitely.
You've read my CV, I'm not a geek.
Eh?
Eh?
Who's read your CV?
Nickers.
Has he?
Well, I guess he has.
I don't know.
I posted it to him. I gave it to Andy.
Oh, he never reads anything.
No, I didn't. No.
No. Andy
Why would you send me your CV?
Because of stuff.
What?
What?
What? Oh,
I tell you what, if you repeat the last thing we said one more time, it'll be the last thing you say.
That's fair enough.
Why
Anyway,
would you
what?
send us your CV?
Because I was interested in work experience.
Oh, well, you've
Right.
failed this test.
Oh, don't be horrible.
Go to Carol's place, she'll give you an experience you've never had the like of in your life.
Anyway, and the Hampton Court Flower Show.
Oh, that was on today, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's been on all week. I mean, who wants to go see a load of bloody flowers?
This geek here is going to go inside Wembley Arena to go and see some old tat that's been left over from a movie and pay to see clips from a movie that he has then got to pay to see. And that's the stuff that you see in front of a movie as a preview.
That's right.
You're paying to see that.
And excuse me.
A tour as well, aren't you?
Oh, a tour.
Oh, how dull.
A tour of Wembley Arena. Yeah, that's
I
going to
think
be
it's quite
terrific.
interesting.
And flowers are a miracle of nature. They're
Yeah.
beautiful. The whole of London at the moment, especially in North London, there's loads of pubs with lovely hanging baskets and there's flowers everywhere. And it's
There you
just,
go.
it's the most beautiful thing in the world. You and I'm so proud of the fact that I've never seen a Star Wars film.
You've never seen a Star Wars film?
Why do you always sound so surprised when I tell you that surprised when I tell you that? Because you know it. I've told you a million times before.
I never listen to what you
No,
say.
I've never seen any of them and I never will.
What about a Superman film?
Oh, yeah, I've seen those.
James Bond film?
Yeah?
Well, there you go. I could say exactly the same thing.
James Bond
Yeah,
is...
but I don't watch them over and over again.
Well,
and
you sit down and watch
go
them.
to conventions about them. I mean, come on. That's just if they're on.
Go to the cinema and see the latest ones.
I hardly ever go to the cinema.
I can't imagine why anybody would want to go and see another James Bond movie. They're all exactly the same.
They are.
ITV is showing them now, a whole series of them. Every single one is exactly the same, and they're all dire.
They would be the same. They repeat.
Okay, anyway, good luck with the rest of your career, Simon, because
Yeah.
they're not too annoying. Good grief. 0171 412 1152.
Don't be so mean.
I'm just saying the truth. You know I am.
No.
Was that the truth?
No.
You are a total nut. Nodding her head.
I was
while
not.
saying no. You're a very bad woman indeed. Here's one in Hackney. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
All right.
Who's that, Kelly?
How did you know that?
Oh,
You've written up on our screen.
Yeah, we know.
Oh, okay.
Right, what do you want?
I don't know. I was thinking
Don't know. So we were the first people you called. Great.
No, talking about body hair, and it was really reassuring, because you can think it's only you, can't you?
What, he's getting hairier as you get older?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's everybody.
And I've seen someone with a very hairy neck. When I was a little girl, I used to see a man who used to sit on the bus, and he had the hairiest, fattest neck in the world.
I like people with moles, with great
Oh, with the
hair.
hair. Yeah.
Don't tell me about things like that. It makes me feel ill. Hairy neck, hairy back, all those things, just revolting. In fact, there's a woman who goes to my gym. It looks like she's wearing hairy hobs.
What's her name?
I don't know, but, you know, you can't help looking.
Hairy Hot Pants.
She is wearing... I'm not joking. And yet there are women who go in my gym as well who literally shave everything off in the gym. And there's signs up everywhere saying, no shaving in this area, right? And
Oh, which area?
in the shower area.
Oh, I see what you meant. I thought it was like a diagram. And
Well, there shouldn't be any shaving in it, but people just ignore the rules, don't they? And, you know, like, there's this woman standing there with a razor, shaving everything. And I mean everything. It makes me feel sick. Don't do that in here. Just do it somewhere else. You're going to do it. And it's just, oh, no, I don't like it. And then, you know, in contrast, you've got this other, like, woman coming in with...
Hairy Hot Pants.
God, really awful. She was listening. Oh, no. Well, she wouldn't know I was talking about her, though, would she? She probably hasn't noticed, otherwise she would have had she would have spent her life having electrolysis.
Baths in depilatory cream.
Yeah, bathing in there.
So do you have a hairy problem, Kelly?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if this is normal, but I've got a little line of hair on my belly. Is that normal?
Well,
Yeah, lots of women have
is it
that.
horizontal or vertical?
What, from belly button downwards?
Yeah.
Yeah, my mate's got it.
It's funny.
Only if you get another one and then 2 horizontal ones, that's not normal, but you could always play noughts and crosses. Plenty of fun in the showers.
Yeah, no, lots of women have that, though.
Oh, good.
Everyone's got it, but it's, you know, to look at the bright light.
He's actually only saying that to make you feel
better.
Oh, I've seen loads of women with that hairy bit.
I don't mean to be unpleasant, but you are a freak.
Leave her alone.
I hope that you feel better about yourself now. You know, as weird as you obviously are.
This is the Voice of London on 11:52 a.m. LBC News.
It's 8 o'clock.
LBC Travel.
Wherever you want to go in the UK, go with her.
Continuing problems on the A13 between the M25 and the Wennington interchange. We've got an overturned vehicle with a blockage westbound. A lorry has shed its load of fruit across the carriageway. Traffic is squeezing past on the hard shoulder. It looks set it to continue for some time yet. Blackwall Tunnel closes at 9 o'clock tonight. Southbound only for the fitting of some tidal gates, diversions via the Rotherhithe and the Dartford tunnels. North Circular Road with long lengthy queues from the Hanger Lane Gyratory to Brentfield Road. As queues eastbound because of fans heading for the concert at Wembley Stadium. This evening at Crystal Palace, there's a concert, delays are possible with other musical events at the Harrow School playing fields and at Kenwood House in Highgate. You'll find the A1 in Holloway is down to 1 lane southbound on the Holloway Road. Restrictions at the junction of Seven Sisters Road and along Seven Sisters Road as well. And Chislehurst Road in Orpington has temporary traffic lights due to resurfacing work. Crofton Lane Junction is closed off to traffic as well in the area. Elsewhere for drivers on the A40 Western Avenue between Hillingdon Circus and the Polish War Memorial, just 2 lanes are running on the eastbound side. Bringing up to date on public transport and on the Underground District Line northbound at East Putney Station because of platform work. That's all. I'm Daniel G at AA Vodafone Roadwatch, unloved by Nick and Carol.
No, not me. Daniel, I need to ask you something.
I need to ask you something too.
Is it rude?
Can you say Polish War Memorial?
Polish War Memorial.
He's drunk.
He's not. Now listen, how long's the Blackwall Tunnel closed for? Because I need to go through it.
Do you? You're going to have a problem tonight. It's shut. Southbound only. Which way are you going?
Southbound.
Uh-oh.
Well, not tonight. How long is it closed for?
It's closed from 9 tonight till 6 in the morning, and then the same again tomorrow night.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Southbound only, though. Southbound only, though. Right, okay, good.
You'll be all right?
Yeah, because
Otherwise you have to swim.
I'll be going southbound tomorrow morning about 11, so I'll be all right.
You'll be okay. Well, listen out for the travel bulletins. If it changes, I'll let you know on air.
Will do.
Personal report.
Well, I would do, but you see, I haven't got a radio in my car anymore because it was stolen by thieves.
I thought you were getting that sorted with your insurance people.
Yes, I've had the car...
Not so super as you initially thought.
No, I've had the window sorted. I've had the window done. What?
How are you going to hear me if you haven't got radio in the car?
Well, not am I. I'm going to have to take my little tranny with me. I mean, Walkman or something.
Really? What's his name? Say it.
No, it's a nightmare.
Say, I'm Daniel G.
I'm still Daniel G.
Hey.
It's Nick Abbot and Carol McGiffin. On LBC, the Voice of London, and Carol McGiffin, 0171 412 1152.
She's just showed me the contents of her mouth. Swallow it.
It's quite funny though, isn't it? Because kids do that. So you just fill your mouth with food and then just go... No, it's only banana. Nothing horrible.
Well, it looked horrible. Trust me.
Yes, I'm pretty sure it did. So anyway, on the subject of my car...
Well, here we go.
So I was woken up this morning by a policeman on the phone, yeah. Hello, Sergeant Moss, if you're listening. He said he would listen, actually.
Yeah, he said he can't find the key to get out.
You're so funny, Nicholas. No, hopefully they're going to look through all the CCTV tapes and try and find some clues as to who did it.
Right, I bet it's Celine Dion across the way there.
Probably you. Can you imagine? I mean, how many car crimes actually get solved, I wonder?
0, I
None.
think. There's approximately none at all.
Yeah. Most people don't even bother to report them, do they? But no, I've had the car sorted. The car's been out, well, since before I went away. Fixing the door and the dash and everything, because they crowbarred the stereo out.
Still no radio?
No, that's being done on next Saturday.
Very slow.
And, yeah, I'm going to have... Yeah, it's great. Found out how much my stereo's worth. The bloke who put that stereo in must have been an absolute, what do you call it? An enthusiast. Because the bloke at the company that refits stereos, he said, what is it? And I said, it's a so-and-so, so-and-so, and gave the model number, and he went, blimey. And it was like...
Didn't sound particularly good, though. It didn't. I heard it. It's like just a car stereo.
Yeah, I know. But, you know, I couldn't care less. I couldn't... you know, when I said to him, I said, well, is it a good one? He said, yeah, that's one of the best ones on the market. I said, how much is it worth, then? And he told me. I couldn't believe it. Who pays that kind of money for a car stereo? It's going to get nicked. Anyway, so I was thinking about having a CD player put in at the same time. I think that's a good idea.
Good.
Yeah.
At least you won't have to listen to your appalling compilation tapes.
What's wrong with my compilation tape?
It's a compilation tape made by a psycho. Like you've got one song in no way corresponds to the one that follows it.
That's absolutely right, but that's how I like it. And every other song is Peter Sarsfield's Where Do You Go To, My Lovely?
Can you believe that there's a person alive who would put that track on a compilation tape? That's why they made compilation tapes, so that you can not put that track on there.
Excuse me, that is one of the best songs ever written.
Where do I go to? What was it?
Where do you
go to, my lovely? Yeah. Anywhere where that song's not playing.
I love that song. I think it's a fantastic song. I do.
No, I'm not doubting it.
And who is it? I think it was John Pearce.
I think it was a music lover who stole your stereo. They wanted to stop you playing that.
I like all sorts of music.
Did they take the stereo and leave the tapes?
They did.
Yeah.
That is the weirdest thing, right?
Not really.
No, they ruined my Isley Brothers tape because they ripped it out of the machine and torn the tape. And it's my best Isley Brothers compilation. I'm so annoyed. Isley Brothers on one side, Bobby Womack on the other side. Nightmare. And I'm going to have to make it all again now, aren't I?
Except you can't do that because it's illegal. So just pretend that you didn't hear her say that. Here's one in Hackney. Hello.
Hello, Nick. Hello, Carol.
Hello, Len.
How are you?
All right.
Hey, Carol, is this party you're supposed to be going to in Guildford?
No.
Oh, right.
No. Why?
No, because I know someone who's going to a celebrity party in Guildford.
Oh, who's that?
Well, you won't tell me who it is. That's what I wanted to know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's the photographer for the Big Breakfast. The guy who's going. But he won't tell. He's very discreet. He won't tell me whose party it was.
Really?
Really.
In Guildford?
Guildford.
No, I don't know anyone who lives in Guildford.
All right. I'll tell you why I phoned anyway. I've got to tell you about this shop assistant that I met the other day. I went into a bakery. I go in there quite regular, but she's never been in there before. And I said to her, can I have a dozen bagels? Now, a dozen bagels are 1/8.
A dozen what?
Dozen bagels.
Yeah, my friend Shelley calls them bagels.
But they are called bagels. It's only you lot that call them bagels.
Yeah.
Right.
What do you mean, you lot?
Well, non-Jewish people, I think you're referring
sort of
to.
racist
slur. Bagels, not bagels.
You're referring to Gentiles, I think.
Right.
So anyway, yeah, you ordered some bagels.
She's gone and filled up a bag with bagels, and she's come back and said to me, that's 150. I said, 150? How many have you given me? She said, 10. I said, no, I asked a dozen. And she looked me straight in the face, and she was not joking. She said to me, 10 is a dozen, that's why 6 is half a dozen.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
No.
I said to her, no, look, I think you'll find 12 is a dozen, that's why 6 is half a dozen.
No, but excuse me, the bakery, a dozen is 13, isn't it? A baker's dozen is 13.
She said to me, oh, I'm sorry, and she went out the back to get what I thought was the other 2. I got home and tipped them out, I had 14.
Oh, you're joking? Oh, no.
Serious.
Oh, God.
Well,
was that the sickest shop assistant in the world?
In the world.
10 and 4 is 12. How can anybody not know that?
And I thought they all worked in Budgeons.
Yes, I know. And you know who came in here the other day?
What did you just say?
What?
One moment, please, Len. We have to clear this up before we go any further. What did you just say?
I just advertised on LBC.
Hang on a minute, Len. We have something to deal with before we move on.
What?
What did you just say?
I just said, I thought they all worked in Budgeons.
Take that back now.
I didn't mean it. It was a joke.
too late.
Right, we can move on now then.
Sorry.
So, do you remember the programme Please Sir?
Yeah, of course.
Do you remember the Welsh bloke, the teacher?
The teacher?
Yeah.
What, John Alderson, you mean?
No, there was another bloke, an older one, a Welsh.
Yeah.
Yes, I
He
do,
wore
yeah.
glasses.
Right, well, he came in my shop on Thursday. Well, I didn't know it was him. He walked in, this bloke, and I thought, I know he looks familiar, and he had a hanky on his head with the 4 knots.
No.
And he asked me, have you got, he asked some obscure film he asked for, and I said, no, I haven't got it. And he says, oh, that's a shame, because I got a part in that. And as he said that, he took his hanky off his head, and I thought, it is you.
Oh!
He must spend his whole life. He must spend his whole life with people coming up to him and saying, I know you.
Yeah.
You're,
Why do you walk around with a hanky on your head?
That sounds a bit bizarre.
What film was it?
I don't even remember. It was something, I've never even heard of it.
Well, you've got a video shop, haven't you?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Why?
Because this weather is the kiss of death.
Yeah, well, no one's staying in watching films, are they?
They're not, that's why
Except Nickers,
I'm sitting there driving myself mad.
who never goes out.
No.
Nickers does, he stays and watches films all day long.
Does he?
Yeah.
See, moved to Hackney, Nick.
Hackney?
Yeah, but it's a really trendy area now.
Right.
It's up and coming. It's the next big area, isn't it, for expensive
It's up and coming.
property?
And that girl that was on Late Night Live with you,
Oh, yeah.
Isabel Wolf.
Oh, no, it was. Yeah.
Customer of mine, she lives just up the road.
Oh, really?
Yeah, listen, Carol, what's that stuff Andrew Neil's got on his head?
I don't know. It's like Spanish gold, isn't it? well, they call him,
He looks ridiculous.
they call him, in Private Eye, they call him Brillo pad hair or
He's an
something.
ugly man.
I think it's very amusing while they keep printing that photograph
picture.
over
It's
and
too
over
funny,
and
isn't
over
it?
again.
Yeah, but have you seen Private Eye this week, the way they're just having a go at Rupert Murdoch, big time, for marrying that young woman?
And
the fact that it was not reported in any
newspaper at all.
So the Sun, Private Eye, this fantastic double spread saying Dirty Digger marries Gold Digger. So funny.
Can you believe that, though? I mean, everybody who works...
I'll have to go.
All right, see you, Len.
All right, see you, Len.
Everybody who works in the newspaper business must be so utterly paranoid and scared of him.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the stories of the year, surely. That the guy who's like 70 years old is marrying an Asian woman who is like, what, 20-something?
She's young, I can't remember, but there was a picture.
But isn't that not?
In the Times. One picture in the Times on page 2, with no story, no nothing,
and
just the picture.
The Mirror printed the picture on the inside page and didn't have the nerve to print a story about it. They said, we can't think of anything funny, so why don't our readers write
the
something?
caption competition.
Yeah, so in other words, they wouldn't do it themselves.
It's so funny, isn't it? It's so weird the way that whole thing was treated. But the only one that pulls him up on it is Private Eye. It's the only one that does anything.
And yet, his entire stable of tabloid papers, that is their lifeblood.
That's what they do.
That is what they do.
Yeah.
Some guy who happens to be, if he's more than 6 months older than his wife, or the other way around.
Shocking.
Yeah, it's, saucy, steamy romps in saucy love nests and toy boys and, gold diggers, as you say, and all of that stuff. That's all they do.
Absolutely right.
And not one word. You can understand why the papers in his own stable didn't print anything about it, but not the Mirror and the Star. I mean, what is this?
But listen to this, though. This is how funny it is. They've done a mock-up front page of the Sun. And at the top it says, why the press should leave Sophie and Edward alone, page 94. And then it says, Dirty Digger marries Gold Digger, exclusive honeymoon tips. And they've mocked up a picture of him and put Wendy Deng's head, his new wife, on a topless model. So, and then it says, by our invasion of privacy staff, Terry photo lens. And then it says, cool, what a lovely pair. And Rupert and Wendy look nice too. Blimey, wicked Wendy, 32, can't wait to get her hands on his assets. And Randy Rupert, brackets $52 billion, can't wait to get down to business with her. Fancy a Peking duck, Wendy? Or is Rupert going to show you his 100-year-old eggs? And then it's vulgar rubbish underlined, and it says, forget the pictures of Sophie's tits. Look at Wendy's, he's the old bloke on the right. Oh, look at Wendy's. Okay, so we faked the photo. Sorry, Root, it was all in good, clean fun. Hope you don't take offence, cobber, or we'll buy up your ex-wife's story. Get the picture? We didn't, but we put one in anyway. And then it says, the Sun says, has she got a currant bun in the oven? We have a right to know. Which is just so funny. That is just spot on, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Gets it completely right. And all through Private Eye, they've got another one over here, Royal Wedding Souvenir. Celebrate the union of the Earl of Sex and his new bride, the Countess of Deng. Now you too can acquire this exquisite handcrafted satellite dish, lovingly fashioned by 9-year-old children in the legendary sweatshop. And it's just so funny. And then it says at the bottom, it's the wedding of the century-old man. Well, it's just, you know, I love Private Eye. I just think it's the funniest thing in the world. And then it's got that Murdoch Deng wedding breakfast in full. Number 13, prawn crackers. Number 25, steaming noodles. Number 34, dim sum owner. 42, egg foo, what a scorcher. And number 69, fortune hunting cookie. And to follow, number 94, Viagra fritters. See, you know, that's it. That's the coverage, isn't it, of that story? And it's so outrageous that it was left.
It's another one of those. But then it's not just him, it's journalists in general. They love dishing it out, but if it's turned back on them, they run screaming to their mummies.
Yeah, I know, but brilliant for them. You know, I can't believe that everyone in the world doesn't buy Private Eye. I honestly can't believe it. It's only £1 every 2 weeks. That's 50p a week. That's less than Woman's Own or any of those other hideous women's magazines that are full of junk.
Don't you write for one of those?
No, not those. No, I write for Women's Journal, and that's a top flight, classy magazine.
Which is not full of junk.
Not at all. No, I mean the weekly.
You haven't had your thing printed in there yet, have you?
Not yet.
So here's one in, soon it will be full of, here's one in Hemel Hempstead.
Alan.
Yes, good
Hello,
evening.
Hi.
I just you won't believe it, I just happened to be looking at the Sun as portrayed in Private Eye.
Oh, you saw that, did you?
I think it's amazingly funny.
It is hilarious, isn't it?
It is, and the little bit at the end that says, has she got a currant bun in the oven, but you have the right to know.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was what I was going to talk about, by the way.
Oh, and I just read it all out.
Yeah, good, because otherwise it would be a little too repetitious for us.
Yeah, no, I just read it all out. It's almost every word, because not enough people, I'm glad you read Private Eye, and not enough people read it. Everybody should read it, really, to find out what really goes on in the world of newspapers, especially media.
Well, I'm glad about that. That wasn't what I was going to talk about. There's two things I want to talk about, and I shall equally admonish both of you.
Go on, then.
Okay, the first thing is that, Nick, I think you made a mistake when you talked about eyebrows and the creatures that live in them.
Yeah.
I think you meant eyelashes.
Yes, but but if they live in your eyelashes, surely there must be things in your eyebrows.
No, it doesn't.
Hang on, what's living in my there's nothing living in my eyelashes.
Huge.
Yes, there are. I can promise you now that if you had a powerful enough microscope and you plucked out bits of your eyelashes, you'd find that for each eyelash there'd be 10 mice living in there.
Yeah. You've had crabs before, right?
No.
Carol?
Are you talking to me? Sorry, he's talking to me. What do you mean? I've had crabs before, right?
They're kind of like they're saying they grip onto the hair like that. You know.
You are...
Can I explain a bit more?
Go on, yes.
Okay, the reason I know this is because of the subject that I studied, which is biology, and I studied a bit beyond that as well.
Yeah.
If you pluck your eyelashes...
Why would you do that?
Well, because people do.
For science.
Huh?
Just go on with it for a second, so it doesn't have to repeat
it. If you want to investigate these things, you'll find there's for each eyelash, there's about 10 types of mice that are living in there.
Super.
Oh, God.
Now, that's what I thought you might say. But can I also say something else now? I want to say something now, and you can admonish me or not. I once gave a talk about the hazards of picking up young females. Now, what would you think that would be about?
The hazards of picking up young females.
Yes.
What do you mean, what would that be about?
What would
Well, you tell me what you think it would be about.
What? I don't understand. You
What
once
you-
gave a talk about the hazards of picking up young females. You mean, in other words, this wasn't about picking up young human females?
That's the whole point.
Right, so this is a quiz now?
Now, I had to give a talk, and one of the talks I had to give was something related to the job that I did. And in fact, what I was talking about was a habit of picking up young female scabies mice, not young human females.
Right.
And this is going to be something that Nick can beat you over the head, by the way, Carol.
Yeah.
Did you know that virtually all of the creatures that attack humans are females?
Is that right?
It is. Female mosquitoes, female scabies mites, because they're trying to pick up blood.
Oh, it's the female mosquito that carries malaria, isn't it?
It's the only one that bites you.
Yeah.
But
Oh, is it?
the reason they do that is so they can build up eggs, so they can carry on the lifestyle. Anyway, that's an aside. So I'll just leave you to think about that. Come back to me later on. Can I also tell you something about, you're talking about noise control earlier.
Blimey, this is like Open University, listening to this bloke. No chance of picking up young females of any species, I wouldn't think, for this kind of chat.
Scabies, that's quite rare, isn't it, that disease?
No, it's not rare.
Isn't it?
No.
I thought it was.
What happens is, if you hold hands with your young daughter, your young son, who has got scabies, and you hold your fingers together for anything more like 10, 15 minutes,
you'll catch it.
Then the female scabies mite will migrate to your hand.
That's how it starts in between the fingers, isn't it?
Sorry?
It starts in between the fingers. You can catch it from pencils.
No, you can't catch it from pencils.
Oh, well, my sister had it when she was little, and that's what they told her. The doctor said you must have caught it holding someone else's pencil had it.
No,
I think that was a euphemism.
That's a complete untruth. You have to be in very, very close contact for several minutes, and like, say, between fingers, which is the normal way.
Yeah, we all have to be painted with white paint when honestly.
Well, I don't know about you, but look, believe me, trust me, I know about these things.
Yeah, no, when my sister had it, my brother caught it, and we all had to stand and be painted with white paint in the nude.
What?
We had to be painted with this white paint. Disinfectant kind of stuff to stop us from getting scabies.
Right.
Every night, it'd be painted with white paint every night for about 2 weeks.
How amusing.
It was amusing. We're only kids, you know, we're only little, but we all had to be painted with white paint. It was disgusting. That's what they do, honestly.
Well, actual white paint?
No, it was like milk of
could you go down to B&Q and choose your shade?
Yeah. No, it was like kind of milk of magnesia kind of paint, you know, that kind of stuff, to stop us from catching it, because it's contagious. I know Alan says if you only got to hold hands with someone for 5 minutes, but that's not what they told us, so you can just, you know, you can catch it. Because my brother caught it.
Right, well, I faded him down, because he'd probably be like, no, I know.
Oh, I know.
What do you do for a living there, Alan?
I used to be an environmental health officer, and I also studied biology for my degree.
Oh, did you? An environmental health officer?
What do you do for a living?
I don't anymore.
Don't you?
And the reason I don't is...
You annoyed every single person you ever worked with.
I'm sorry?
No, anyway, sorry, Alan, why? The reason you don't...
No, we probably don't want to hear it, because it'll be like a, we just don't. We just don't. It'll probably be a dreadful tale of heartache and sorrow. Well, anyway, it's 0171 412, because he's brought down the show enough as it is. Nice guy, but, 0171 412 1152. It's,
You're so mean!
No, well, I'm not mean. I did the right thing. It's, ask.
All right.
And you'll see that I did the right thing. Here's one in Ealing.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Carol.
Hello, Carol.
Hello, how are you?
All right.
Good. Well, just continuing with a rather gross tone that it's taking this evening. You were talking about ladies shaving in gyms and ignoring all the rules and things.
Yeah, naughty.
Well, I was in the steam room of my gym a couple of months ago, just trying to relax after a workout. And this woman, I just couldn't believe it. She got this, like, cheese grater thing out and started grating all the dry skin off her heel.
Oh, she did not. In a sort, and see, this is...
A cheese
Honestly.
grater? Don't you mean a pumice stone?
No, it's actually, it looks like a little mini cheese grater.
I know the thing. I know what you mean.
Like a nutmeg grater?
That is a bit like that, yeah. That's disgusting.
Did she keep the bits that she grated off and, you know, for a recipe or something?
She ate them. I mean, women really are revolting sometimes, aren't they? I know men are revolting anyway, that goes without saying, but sometimes women really just surprise me and shock me.
It's just, you think you go to sort of a fairly nice gym, and then you think decent people will go there, and then something like that happens. You just think, oh gosh, you know.
Yeah, I just think, just stop it.
The things that people do in public are amazing. Like, I got on the tube and I haven't seen it in a good long while, and it just looks so bizarre. This woman was putting her makeup on the tube, which is not a stable platform, is it? It's
not really.
No.
You'd think her makeup would end up looking like the bloke who sings for The Cure.
Yeah. Well, it probably did.
And another guy was, he's one of these suited Asian businessmen, salary men, you know, who always fall asleep on you.
Yeah.
Which I find really, really annoying. But you're sitting there on the tube.
Yeah, dribbling.
And there's this enormous bloke who's got his head on your shoulder, and he'll wake up and then sit up straight, and then he'll do it again. You just want to slap him. There was a guy opposite me who was picking his nose, not surreptitiously, because some people, you know, they put the thumb up, and they're just kind of like wiping like this. He had digits up to the knuckle.
He'd lost his finger up his nose.
He must have been tickling his brain. It was up there so much. Not just a little bit either. He was rooting around like he was trying to discover gold. And then bringing it out and looking at it and eating it.
Oh, stop it.
On a pact like there's not a word of a lie.
Like he thought there was no one else around.
He was totally oblivious to anybody. And he was sitting on the seats that face each other.
Yeah.
Every single seat was taken. And people were, like, looking away and up and beyond.
So it wasn't like a candid camera kind of thing?
No.
To see your reaction? There's a little hidden camera somewhere?
Well, I don't know. It's possible, but I doubt it. One of the most revolting things I've ever seen in my life. Because you do that in the comfort of your own home, and it's very rewarding, as you know.
Yeah, but... No, I don't, actually.
And going back to what you were saying about a certain supermarket...
Oh, yeah.
I'm afraid I have a rather embarrassing admission to make that when I was 15, that was my first Saturday job.
Oh, no, was it?
And I let a woman off without paying for her whole week's shopping. Now, don't ask me how. I didn't realise that she hadn't paid, but
so I was right
round to pay me. And I said, oh, it's okay, you've already paid. And started ringing up the next person's stuff. And then, of course, then we realised, like, this woman had just bought, like, a jar of coffee, and it was about 45 quid.
Oh, no.
And we had everyone sort of running around outside trying to find her, but of course we couldn't by then. She was long gone.
So I was right then?
Yeah, I'm afraid so, yes. Yeah. I was quite young.
And what do you do now?
Well, I've got 3 children now, so I work hard in the home.
Right. Do you know what?
Do you actually work hard in the home, though?
I do work very hard, and I do all my husband's books for his building company, so...
Yeah, well...
But you're not sat in... like, be honest now. During the day, you're watching your soaps.
No. Well, I do watch soaps if I'm doing ironing. That's my excuse. But I can watch them if I'm sort of doing something.
And you watch all of those confessional chat shows, because it's like you can hopscotch now, just like you can in America. You go from one to the next, all the way through the day.
Yeah, there's always something on,
Yeah, so you do that, right?
But if you've got 3 kids, the amount of laundry you have to deal with...
Yeah.
The machine does the laundry.
No, but it's putting it on the line, folding it up, putting it away, and sorting it all out that takes
Do people still put washing on lines?
Pardon?
Do people still hang washing out then?
Yes, I do.
People with gardens.
Oh.
Are you serious? Is that what you tell your husband when he comes in from a hard day's slog? You say, oh, well, I've done the washing. And he accepts that?
Well, I've got a nice meal ready for him, you see. I'm quite an old-fashioned sort of, you know, I do try lots of recipes in my cookbooks and things.
Now, that doesn't involve just opening the box and reading the instructions?
No, I've got lots of cookbooks, and I do try plan all my menus and everything. So.
And what's his favourite thing in the whole wide world?
Oh.
Takeaway pizza.
Well, we're vegetarians, which will probably make you sick. Because
no, I'm a vegetarian.
Are you? Well, I've heard you say some pretty nasty things before about vegetarians.
Me?
Oh, that was me.
Oh, that was you.
Yeah. I just got no time for him.
See, that's a ridiculous thing to say.
But anyway, you know...
Oh, no, I just said that to wind you up. I don't care, actually. I couldn't care less. I just don't invite them to dinner because they get on my nerves.
Oh, dear.
I mean, you know, it's just impossible to cook for vegetarians because they just moan all the time.
No, it's not.
They do. And go, oh, I can't eat that.
Because she's kind of like my Australian brother-in-law.
Yeah, well, you know, all vegetarians crave
Well, wait a minute.
steak.
I can't eat that. Well, why would you? You're like my dad. Every single time I go home, he says, now, are you still a vegetarian? And I say, yes, Dad. And he says, well, does that mean you can eat beef? And I'm like, no. Chicken? No. Veal? You can eat veal. And I'm like, no, Dad, I'm a vegetarian.
Do you eat fish, though?
Yeah.
Well, you're not a vegetarian, then.
And I'm a pescatarian.
You're pesky.
I knew you were going to say that. I left it right open for you.
Well, I just, you know, I hate these vegetarians that go, well, I'm a vegetarian, but I eat chicken. Well, then you're not a vegetarian. You know, it's simple as that. But they always moan when you go to restaurants, go, oh, not much for me. Well, have a steak.
Everyone should eat fish.
Everyone should eat everything. Everyone should eat meat. Meat's good.
I thought you were going to say everyone should eat meat.
No,
I honestly thought that's what you were going to say.
No, meat.
You disgust me.
Meat.
She is disgusting, isn't she, Carol? Yes.
Yes.
No, I'm not.
0171.
Come on, stick up for me.
No way she's not sticking up for you. 0171 412 1152. It's LBC.
Nick Abbot and Carol McGiffin on LBC, the voice of London.
Anyway.
So you're going to a party tonight, and it's a pop star, and he's in London.
Yeah.
And it's not George Michael.
No, it's not.
Is he an international pop star?
Well, no. Yeah, they were. He was in a band.
Oh, that's right. He's right. The band. No, there's a lead singer.
I don't know, actually.
Is he also got a famous wife?
I don't know. I don't know him.
We know of him. You know who he is.
I know who he is.
He's famous. You must know something about him.
Well, yeah. No, I don't know that much about him, actually. I wasn't really a big fan.
Some bloke from Duran Duran.
No, but that kind of
Spandau Ballet.
No.
Well, there aren't anymore. There was only Duran Duran.
There aren't anymore.
Spandau Ballet.
There were more than 2 bands in the 80s.
There were.
Anyway, I'm not going to tell you who it is.
The bloke who was in the Eurythmics.
No! Dave Stewart, you mean?
Yeah.
No, it's not him. Anyway, I'll tell you later.
So we're going?
When we're off the air. What?
Are we going to go then?
You can't come.
Why not?
Because you're not invited.
Well, you're not invited. You're only going because... No, you're not. You're going because you're a mate of someone who is invited.
But she's invited me.
He didn't invite you. It's not her party. The poor bloke who's throwing the party and has got the canapes in, he doesn't know that you're going to turn up, screech the place down.
But she knows him really well, and she knows that he won't mind if I go.
Well, then he won't mind if I go. Well, go. It would be great. I won't show you up.
You will. You'll be miserable and horrible to everyone, and everyone will go, no, who's your mate? Oh, God, I don't know who he is. No, you're not invited. Only because you want to lift home.
What are you doing?
I'm doing my shoe again. Take my shoe back off.
Velcroed shoes.
Yeah.
No, that's the new thing, isn't it? Ugly shoes. Ugly shoes with Velcro straps on them. I don't understand that whole ugly shoe thing. It's been going on for about a year or so.
All my shoes got Velcro on now.
Really?
Nearly all of them, yeah. I had a bit of a shoe dilemma the other day. Do you want to hear my shoe dilemma?
You women and your shoes.
No, listen to this. This was a real problem. I felt really bad. Because I've got all these shoes, right? Really expensive shoes. I don't buy them. A friend of mine gives them to me.
One of your showbiz mates?
Yeah, actually. Because she's got big feet, and so have I.
Who's got big feet?
She doesn't give them to she can't give them to anyone else. There's no one, they don't fit anyone. So I always get her old shoes, which is great, because she's like more shoe mad than I am.
Who's got big feet?
My friend. Anyway, so, I mean, literally, she just buys shoes, like they get... And the shoes she gave me 4 pairs of shoes the other day.
Yeah.
Probably worth, I don't know, about nearly £1,000 or something. I would never buy these shoes.
What's wrong with this person?
And she didn't want them.
What? Oh.
She gave me, but this is what, she gave me a pair of Prada trainers.
Right, now they specialise in ugly shoes.
They're all ugly shoes, but, you know, they're hot. And these shoes must have cost in excess of 200 quid. She'd never worn them. She gave them to me.
Well, there's some psychological problem here.
Yeah.
What is going on with this woman?
Well, she's a woman. You know, that's all you need to know. All women have a problem with shoes.
They don't buy £250 pair of shoes and then not wear them. then give them away.
Yeah, but this woman is
buying
a
them...
lot of money. It's like, you know, it will be like me spending £30 on a pair of shoes.
Yeah, but you understand, as speaking as an expert in psychology, I would have to say that she's filling some sort of hole in her life here by retail therapy. I used to do the same. I
don't think she's got a hole in her life. I think her life is pretty damn well sorted, actually.
Well, there must be some sort of problem there, then. She doesn't feel like
shopping.
She's worth it, or she
likes shopping.
No, that doesn't make sense,
And she gets given a lot of things as well, remember, because she's famous. So, you know,
Isn't that annoying, ladies and gentlemen? The more money you've got, the more free stuff you get.
That's right. Because she gave me 3 pairs of trainers from the same make. She said, oh, they just keep giving them to me. So, you know, because I was seen wearing them once. So she's got about 8 pairs.
Of Prada?
No, not Prada. No,
right.
These were New Balance trainers. Nice American trainers. Which I do wear anyway. So now I never have to buy another pair again in my life.
So that's the tip for the day.
What?
Is make sure that you grow feet the size of someone famous. And then
go around
become
and
chummy
get
with
their
them.
shoes.
Do you actually choose your showbiz mates dependent on the size of their feet?
Don't be silly. No.
A little bit.
Look, I'm doing her a favour. She ain't got the closet space. So I'll take him away from her. But the other day I was standing, you know, like my favourite store? You know my favourite shop?
Budgeons?
No, not Budgeons. I hate Budgeons.
Don't say that.
No, I don't hate Budgeons. I just used to get annoyed with Budgeons because they never used to have enough people on the tills and used to
Oh, I know the one that you mean.
Yeah,
too. Yeah.
yeah.
I never used to go in there.
Just too annoying.
I know. There'd be 3 people in the store and it'd be an hour to check out. I know.
How many times did I walk to the checkout, see a queue of 50
and then
people,
leave
the basket on the floor, just walk out and go, oh, I should have gone to the Europa in the first place. You know, okay, everything in Europa is twice as expensive, but it saves time.
At least you can get in and out on the same day.
No, not Budgeons. No, Quick Save's my favourite shop now because it's so cheap. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's where I get the beer bargains from.
It's where you buy all of your shoes.
It's where I get the beer bargains. But, I mean, you know, Kentish Town, Quick Save, it is full of people trying to be cheap.
If you want to ever meet Carol, then just hang around Quick Save and wait for the woman coming out loaded down with 2 huge shopping bags full of beer.
No, but it is where I buy the beer.
Do you have one of these old dears who has their entire possessions in
got the carrier bag
in a supermarket trolley, and you just push it from here to there?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, but they got good beer bargains this week as well. I mean, now they've got Carlin really cheap. 12 cans, I think, for £6 or something.
As far as I can recall, in the Radio Authority guidelines, you're not supposed to mention product names of any kind, especially when it becomes an advert.
Okay, I'm not advertising, I'm sorry.
But they do have some terrific bargains on this week from the following brands.
Anyway, so I had this dilemma because I'm standing in Quick Save. And people go to Quick Save. The reason they go there is because it's so cheap. Everything in there is so cheap.
Is that why they call it, and then you're in and out quite fast?
That's right.
Is that why they call it?
You save a lot of money quickly.
Quick Save, yeah.
And, you know, Kentish Town is, you know, it's a bit of a...
hole.
Not a very rich area.
It's a hideous place.
Well, yeah.
It is an awful
hideous,
place.
Actually. It's good.
Where's that place that the chap who called in earlier on, he said it was up and coming? Hackney. Is that where he said it was?
Yeah.
Where's that? I know it's Hackney. That's in the east somewhere, isn't it?
Yeah, but property prices there are going up simply because there's not enough property for sale anywhere else, and the only place you can probably buy a house now for under 200,000 in London is in Hackney.
Now, where is Hackney precisely?
Well, if you go through Islington, you get to Hackney. Dalston, Hackney, all that kind of area. It stretches from...
Sounds dreadful.
It stretches from like one end of Islington, Essex Road end, to around about Clapton.
Right.
It's a huge area.
Yeah, hideous.
But it's not as bad. I mean, no, Kentish Town's not as bad as Hackney. I wouldn't want to live in Hackney. Kentish Town's all right, anyway. But it's getting better. But anyway, so this is what I'm standing in Quick Save, like you do. Suddenly I looked down at my feet and I realised I was wearing Prada shoes in Quick Save. And I actually had to get out, like, really quick. You just think, something is just not right. I mean...
Well, they must have thought that you were perhaps... Probably they didn't recognise them and wondered what...
No, but it was just me, it's just some things you just don't do. You just shouldn't wear Prada trainers
While
in
scrimping and
quick take.
saving pennies
No, you
on, yeah.
And not that I
Willow
bought
pads.
these Prada shoes, I must stress. I didn't buy them. I was given to them very kindly by a friend of mine.
Yeah, one of
And-
his showbiz mates.
Yeah. And, you
Big
know,
feet.
with very
And a
big
serious
feet.
psychological problem.
Anyway, so I ran out of the shop. I thought, I've got to get out. I've got to get out. I suddenly felt really kind of, I don't know, guilty. Do you know what I mean? Walking. Now when I go there, I make sure I just wear my old Nikes, you know, or my old, any old trainers.
You do live in an area where you have to dress down to go out, don't you?
No. No.
Well, I used to live in Clapham North. And,
Oh, that's a hideous area.
yeah, hellhole, yeah. And I definitely had to dress
It's very
down to go out there.
Lots of people get shot round Clapham North.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crack central.
Yeah.
And particularly the pub that I used to work in. It was,
You worked in a pub in Clapham North?
yeah, I worked in the pub in Clapham North, which is,
What's it called?
well, I don't really want to say.
Why?
Because
You don't
I'm-
work there anymore?
Well, no, but it's like I haven't been to the area, I think, since I left, which is over 10 years ago, but it's got a lot worse since because the drug situation down there is
Yeah.
much worse. They've got crack down there, which people shoot each other over.
Oh,
and,
no.
total and utter nightmare, and it was bad when I was there. We used to have this Jamaican bakery. Some of the best bread used to come out of that. Bread that you don't ever see anywhere else. I can't remember what any of the stuff was called, but you used to have this roll that was kind of looked like a pasty,
Yeah.
kind of a fold-over type of thing.
Was it yellow?
Yeah, a little bit. Not
Yeah.
bright yellow, but it was kind of like a whitey kind of oh man, split a hot one of those open and butter and
Bacon patty.
and banana and honey and peanut butter. That's the best meal in the world. Marco Pierre White should serve up some of those in the Mirabelle. They cost $7.50.
They would, yeah.
For your dessert. Here's one in Paddington.
Hello, Nick.
Oh, it's
it's not.
he just can't get laid.
You're going to think I'm absolutely crazy.
Why?
I've drove up to Mars so I can come down and listen to you because I've got nothing else to do tonight.
You've driven how many miles?
About 100.
100 miles.
Oh my God!
For one of
so
my
scary.
smiles.
I'm so worried.
You know, there's nothing else to do. I'm just on this old industrial estate sort of thing. Over at the car park and 8 shops that I call council flats.
Where are you in Paddington?
No, in Paddington.
Where are you?
That's what it says on our screen here.
Paddington, somewhere.
Toddington.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
At the services.
No, not the services. I'm just past something like Junction 9 and stuff off the M1.
So
Gone down this road and found a car park.
So you've come down, you've driven 100 miles. What time did you get here?
Well, I got here about 8 o'clock.
Right, so you've driven 100 miles to listen, and what, you're going to just park and listen to us on the car radio and then go home?
Yeah. I thought I'd do something daring for a change, something interesting.
You seriously need to get a life.
I don't know which one's sadder, him or the bloke who's going to the Star Wars convention tomorrow.
Definitely the Star Wars, I'd say.
Well, maybe you could, meet up.
Yeah, you probably get on really well,
Yeah.
you two.
I could kick you in for you if you like.
You could describe your varied and exciting lives to each other.
Yeah,
You've
I've
got
come
2
across
minutes.
an old acquaintance of yours on a station near us, by the way.
Really? Anyone that we want to mention?
Well, you phoned him up once on a station in Blackpool.
Scotty?
Yeah.
Scotty no clue is working where?
Hey?
Where is he working?
Can I mention the station?
Yeah, why not?
It's called Century 106, station Derby Way somewhere.
Ah, Century.
And you heard of it, don't have you?
Yeah,
No.
yeah. Yeah, I have. That's, our boss used to work for Century, didn't he?
Oh, is that the one?
Yeah, they're a chain of stations now.
They're the people that had.
Northeast.
They're the people that had the documentary on BBC Two or whatever.
That's right, yeah.
Very funny.
They're sort of feeding him at work. Fortunately, before it goes on for too long, I can get out of the place. So pumping him out through all the factory.
Well, they So maybe we should call him up. Is he on the air now?
No, I think he's Monday to Friday.
Right. Well, plus we don't want to go down that road again. I've been down there and I've seen what happens.
You want me to call him up for you and terrorise him for you?
Yeah, okay. Just as long as it prevents you from calling us up.
Stop being so mean to everybody.
Well, what do you expect? Get a pewter and listen to it. Oh, that doesn't work now
That
either.
doesn't work either.
Get a pewter anyway. You never know. Life might become more interesting. There's a whole wide world out there waiting for you to discover it.
There's a good film on Channel 5. Have you seen that advertised?
On Channel 4?
5.
5. I doubt it. There's a good film now on Channel 5.
No, tomorrow. It's tea time.
What is it?
It's Night Rider film.
Oh, God, okay, that's the last thing he's
Night Rider.
done with the,
Did he say Night Rider?
He's a big David Hasselhoff fan.
It was on today. I saw it.
Huh?
I didn't watch it.
You suddenly lost your voice.
I know.
Just at the mention of the words David Hasselhoff, you get all weak at the knees?
Oh, he's just vile.
How can you not fancy David Hasselhoff, Carol?
What are you talking about? He's just an absolute goon. I wish I could use another word. Yeah, no, I saw that today. It was on today.
You watched Night Rider?
I didn't watch it.
With the talking car?
I didn't watch it. It was on. It was just on. I was flicking around and I saw it. And there was David Hasselhoff with his perm. He got out of the car and started talking to it. And then these women went by and he went, "Hi, girls." And started chatting them up. And that's the only bit I saw. But it was definitely on today. It's not tomorrow.
I think he was referring to a feature-length movie.
Oh.
On Channel 5, which is exactly where
Well, where else would it be?
Channel 5, occasionally they come up with something that's so bizarrely good, you have to do a double take.
Yeah.
Well, they had some movie on this last week. There was, quite remember what it was, but it was something of the order of The Godfather. You know, in amongst all the stuff that they pump out.
Sometimes they have good films.
And it's like, huh?
Yeah.
Where exactly does this fit?
Do you get Channel 5?
Yeah.
Okay, you've got digital. Does it come through your digital box?
No, it comes through the aerial as well.
Oh, does it? Oh. What? What are you looking at me for?
I thought you were going somewhere with this. Oh.
I was just checking. I actually don't think I've watched anything on Channel 5 for, I don't know, years.
Well, there was the football with that shouting bloke.
Huh?
The bloke who shouts.
Stuart Hall.
No.
Jonathan Pierce.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, yeah.
So there was that. There's probably a movie that I've seen on there, but not much else.
Yeah.
Who runs Channel 5? Who runs that thing now? It's located in this building, isn't it?
No, Channel 5 News is, because Channel 5 News comes from here. No, the whole station doesn't come from here.
Oh, really? I thought it did.
No. Where does it come from,
then?
The news programmes.
Oh, so ICN provided news to Channel 5.
That's right, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was all...
No.
Ah.
I don't know where the building is. I've got no idea.
Who runs that?
Dawn Airy.
Does she?
Yeah.
Didn't she used to be a big noise at the BBC?
No, Channel 4, I think. She's good friends with Greg Dyke, so it's possible that she will be a big noise at the BBC in the very near future.
I wonder if all the people that were that have benefited under John Burke will now be out in their ear because they're not Greg Dyke's people.
Don't know. I don't think he's like that, though.
Are you not secret? Oh, you hope not.
I don't think he is, no. No, I mean, you know, I reckon he'll judge people by their ability rather than their allegiance, if you like.
But isn't that always the way? A new management comes in and then everybody that was underneath them, underneath the previous management get kicked out?
Yeah, that is
Is there not some part of you that would want that entire structure of middle management out in their ear?
No, but it depends though, doesn't it? It depends, you know, maybe there's some good people there, how do you know?
Well, look at their output.
Going to fire them. Well, you know,
Just check their output.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think the people who are in charge at the BBC are actually quite good
at
what they do. I think Alan Yentob's brilliant. And he's still in charge of television, isn't he?
Perhaps. I'm not really that familiar because they've all got such long-winded titles. How they fit them all on the doors.
He's the controller of BBC One now, isn't he?
I don't know.
Or is it still BBC Two?
But whoever it is, you can't seriously be sitting there telling me that they're doing a fantastic job. What was the last thing you ever watched on the BBC? I bet you can't name one single thing. I couldn't.
Yep, I watched Question Time the other night.
Oh, it's something that's been on for decades.
And I watched It's Only TV, but I like it. That was on the BBC. I'm going to watch ITV2, though.
Now, there's a channel I haven't watched yet.
because they've got elephant night on.
Huh?
And I'm into elephants now. That
Did you see some elephants when you were over there?
I most certainly did.
Really?
4 herds of elephants. I went up in an airplane safari. The boss took me up in his little airplane.
You didn't tell us about this.
Well, no, I didn't get around to telling you, did I? I can't tell you everything. It's got to be in my article, isn't it? I can't tell you everything.
How many words do you have to...
I don't know. I haven't spoken to the editor about it yet. I could do, I don't know, I could do a good 2,000 words, maybe. My photos are not very good. I'm a bit peed off about that.
Do you have to take the photos as well?
Yeah. Yeah.
You get paid extra?
Well, you don't get photographer's fee, no, but obviously they pay your expenses to get your photos done. So, you know...
They pick up the tab from Boots.
Yeah, they do. But, you know, normally my photos are very good. I took some brilliant photos in Jamaica, and my photos from Kenya, for some reason, I don't know why. I think it's because I went to a different processing shop, and I'm going to try and... I have to get them reprinted anyway.
Did you get them done in budgeons?
No, I certainly didn't, but I got them done in not the normal chain that I go to, which is actually very, very good. And I went somewhere else that charged less money, but it was not worth it in the end. I shouldn't have been scrimping and saving.
Don't scrimp and save on your holiday snaps because you can't ever get them back.
No, but you see, the thing is, the negative is always going to be the same. If they're processed, that's it. And the machine can't really get that wrong. It's the printing, it's the quality of the paper and the actual printing of the photo that this place
I can't believe that this is a magazine that must be stuffed from cover to cover with photographs, and they don't have their own thing. They wait till they come back from Boots.
I know a lot of travel articles have your own personal photos in. Nearly all magazines.
Isn't it normal practice to hand your reels into the publication and they get it sorted?
Well, they just do it anyway. No, not really. No, not for... Because I'm freelance anyway. So you just do it. You do it yourself.
Is that the way they do it at the Sun?
No, but for travel features in magazines, it's common to take your own pictures. And then it's like, you know, it's like a personal kind of travelogue kind of thing.
Talking of pictures, we haven't actually discussed the whole OK for our
No, we haven't.
Posh and Bex.
No, we haven't.
We don't have time to do that now. What did I say in the last hour that we didn't have time to do, that I was going to do in the following hour?
Oh, what was that?
What was that, Claire? Claire?
Oh, hello.
What was I talking about?
I don't know. She can't hear. She's in... Where are you?
I'm in the Midlands. I'm in Cannock.
Right, so you can't hear us at all tonight, then?
I'm usually on the internet listening there, but it's just gone wonky tonight, so it's a nightmare.
Well, Timo might have translated it on the chat room. You're in the chat room, right?
Yeah, I was. He's been doing a really good job, yeah. He can't keep up with you, though, so that's the problem.
We'll start talking really slowly.
Slowly, Tim.
Because God knows most of our audience is listening to us on their computers and not through the radio, which doesn't really help us with radio.
It's a shame you can't get ratings off this as well.
Exactly my point. Yeah.
What was it you were going to talk about?
I can't remember. Gosh, that's very annoying. What's the number here? It's 0171 412 1152. What did I say at this time an hour ago that I also
don't have time to talk about it in this hour. I'll talk about it in a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, no. Anyway, so, if you have any idea, it's 412 1152. So how many people are in the chat room right now?
Well, I've just had to log off to get on the phone to you, so I don't know, but there was about 10 or 11 of us.
Talking about what?
Yeah.
Well, mostly what you're saying, trying to work it out through the gaps and Timo's transcribing.
Well, how funny is that? That's just unbelievable. I can't even hear us as I'm talking about it. How brilliant is that? It's hilarious. So what do you say then? What's the last thing you said on there, Claire?
Mate.
I'm off.
I can't remember. I think it probably was. I think it was I'm going to call in now.
You're going to call in?
Yeah.
Why?
You know what it might be is that the reason why we get the same calls over and over again is that there actually isn't anyone listening to us on the radio in London. They're all listening on their computers and they're all talking to each other about the fact that they're going to be calling in. I think they take it in turns.
I know. It's so weird. No. So Claire doesn't know what you said?
No. Somebody's bound to.
That's annoying.
Is there anybody listening to this at all? What were we going to talk about? We're going to talk about Elton John? Was it something to do with him?
No.
No, because we did that already. He went to a specialist and...
borrowed 25 million quid and had a heart pacemaker fitted.
Yeah, a pacemaker. And the first guy said it was an inner ear effect.
Ears, yeah.
Thereby missing the target by a good feet. Yeah.
Somebody must know. Please give us a ring. 412-1152. If you remember what Nick said an hour ago. So we must talk about that in the next hour. And the hour's gone, and we haven't talked about it.
I knew that we'd run out of time. Now, if you can tell us what we talked about in this hour, I'll give you £1 million. And I'm not kidding about that. £1 million is up for grabs right now. Oh, it looks like we've run out of time on that contest.
We talked about Prada plimsolls.
Oh, yeah. And the inadvisability of wearing them in Kentish Town. They'll think that you're some dossy aristo.
I know. I think I stole them.
Oh, yeah. There's that. So it's 412-1152, and we'll be back.
This is the Voice of London on 11:52 a.m. LBC News. LBC Weather.
Brought to you by Sterry Communications, London's business telephone provider.
Right, where's the weather? Huh?
Oh, I've got it.
Oh, get on with it then.
Oh, stop panicking. A mainly fine night with small amounts of clouds.
What?
Good.
Huh?
And a moderate northeasterly breeze.
Right.
Okay, the lows in town are 16 Celsius, 61 Fahrenheit.
And this show.
And in the suburbs, 13, 55. Another pleasant summer's day tomorrow with some lengthy spells
super.
of hot sunshine. But there'll be quite a brisk wind and a few patches of cloud.
Yeah.
Highs in town 27, 81 in the suburbs.
81. That is amazing, isn't it?
That's lovely, isn't it?
Beautiful, yeah.
That's gorgeous.
I might get out tomorrow.
Well, I'm going to go to the suburbs tomorrow.
Good.
26 Celsius, 79 degrees Fahrenheit. Leeds. See my mummy. See my old mum, 'cause it's her birthday. She's 65 today.
Oh, dear.
Happy birthday to my mum.
LBC Travel.
With her. UK car hire at a price you can afford.
Oh, no, wait a minute. We haven't got this, have we?
No, there's no travel at 9 o'clock.
You stupid woman.
Look, listen, the phone's lit up.
Yeah.
So somebody must know who... Did anybody ring and tell us what Nick was...
It's Nick Abbot and Carol McGiffin.
We haven't done this one yet. Have we done this?
LBC,
No.
the Voice of London.
And there you go. It's done it now. Here's one in...
Did anyone ring and tell us what you would do? Because the phone did light up.
Central London. Hello.
Hello, Nick.
Gary, yes.
Hi, mate. How are you? All right.
I'm fine, yes. What's up, Gary?
I'm a cab driver. Just about to stop off a job, actually. You called me at the wrong time. Where's the next left, mate? Next right.
Brixton? Oh, not this time of night, mate. No, I'm on my way home.
I've just gone past Clickslade and Kentish Town, it's closed.
Oh, okay. It's actually closed. I thought it was open 24 hours. No,
it's actually closed.
Yeah, only for special customers with bulk orders.
Actually, it looks like it's permanently closed. It's so tatty and horrible from the outside. It does look.
It is actually. Listen, you're supposed to be talking about Still Black, actually. Before.
Oh, that's right. Still Black.
Oh,
correct.
Thank you, Gary.
The other thing was, you went to Sandals, Carol.
Sandals, yeah. The couples resort in...
What did you think of it?
Well, actually, it was a bit weird because I was there as a single person. It's a couples resort, so that was quite funny. But
that's how sad she is.
I was actually mildly impressed, to be honest.
Because I just went with my wife because I drive one of the Sandals cabs.
Do you? Oh, do you? Yeah, I've seen those, yeah.
And I got a free holiday out there.
Did you?
Good one.
It was the best 2 weeks I ever had. It was really, really good.
Well,
yeah, which one did you stay in?
Oteria.
Oh, really? Yeah, nice.
It was really, really good.
It is good. I mean, it's really, the all-inclusive thing is actually improved beyond belief. And
it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. You know, we had a whole suite. I don't know what you just had one room, but we had a complete suite and a front room, 2 bathrooms.
Now, let me ask you about this, Gary, because you see cabs with adverts on them all the time. So you get paid?
Well, you get paid for it. But I was very lucky because I actually rent a cab, but I've been with the company for so long that it's actually the driver that gets it so he can promote it to his customers.
Oh, fantastic. Good for you.
And how much do you get paid for those?
You can get up to, well, it's not a lot really. The actual advertising companies make the most of it, and the cab driver gets stitched up really.
How much?
About £700 a year.
Oh.
which is not a lot, considering they get about 4 or 5 grand. And they respray your cab twice, and then they make the pocket of the money.
Yeah.
Is it painted on? I thought there were transfers.
No, the cab's painted, and then the Sandals is transferred.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it's worth it. I've got 3 trips to Jamaica, so I'm not complaining. But I do tell all my customers how great it was. It was a brilliant holiday. And the only thing was my wife was pregnant, so she was a bit Tom Dick every day. She had the morning sickness.
Yeah.
But I just bought whiskies and just left her on the beach with the drinks.
Good man.
Anyway, Carol, you're brilliant tonight, both of you. Excellent.
All right, thanks a lot,
Thanks
mate.
a lot.
And he still won't take us to Brixton.
I'm going to look out for that cab.
0171 412
How many there are?
1152. I'm going to write that down in case I forget.
What?
Stiller. Now, what was the other thing that we're talking about? Just before the news, I said I wanted to talk about.
No, that was it, wasn't it?
No, we were going to talk about something else, which is why I thought, no, wait a minute, I'm saying the same thing as I did an hour previously.
Oh, I don't
what the hell was that now?
Elephants.
No, not elephants.
Okay, not elephants.
Well, this is ridiculous. I can't remember what I was going to talk about 10 minutes ago.
Don't ask me.
Such...
I'm not listening to a word. Look, all right, do you want to hear about a dark warning? Just this might refresh your memory.
A what?
A dark warning.
What's that?
I cut this out of the Times this week, right? This was in the Times, the newspaper of record, right? Ready? Listen to this. I couldn't believe that. It was a joke. As part of a £500,000 highways agency package to help motorists to cope with the eclipse on August the 11th, right? £500,000 highways agency spending on a package to help motorists cope with the eclipse. Drivers heading to Cornwall are to be handed leaflets reminding them to turn on their headlights when it becomes dark. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? They're wasting money printing leaflets to be handed to people to remind them to put their headlights on when it gets dark. That is look.
That is Britain in a nutshell.
It is.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Unbelievable. Fantastic.
Here's one also not in London, in Buckinghamshire.
All these people can't hear us.
I know. Timo.
Hi.
How you doing?
Yeah, no, luckily I can hear you. Because I'm just like on the edge.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're the one who's transcribing everything, aren't you?
Oh, you're living life on the edge, yeah.
You are funny. I can't believe it.
Yeah, there's a great demand for you though. No, the thing I'm a bit worried about is I moved all the way up here so that I could receive LBC, and things are changing.
Yeah, I know. I got your email. I got your email. And poor old Timo goes, no, my chances of coming in and meeting you two are slipping away. I went, well, I actually haven't replied, but I'll reply now.
I can't believe you haven't been in already.
We don't know anything. You can come in any time you want, Timo. Just,
Because this is one of the guys who's
just let us know.
Total net nerd, and he's got one of the sites up.
Yeah.
Have you also done one about Carol?
No, that's Neil.
No, Neil's done that.
Right. Oh, that's Tom. He's done that, isn't he?
Yeah. So look, you can come in any time you want.
Well, what about next week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is only you, not anybody else.
No, don't bring any of your spotty mates.
No, nor is there anybody else calling up and saying, I want to come. Yeah. Nobody else, at all, ever.
Yeah, so next week we'll put your name on the door.
Yeah. And it might be that you arrive and we don't.
Yeah, and you'll have to do the show. You'll have to do the show with Nick again like you did last week.
Yeah. So anyway, what's up, Timo?
Yeah, like I said, I sort of moved up here from Canterbury so that I could get better reception.
You did? Please tell me that is not the reason you moved.
No.
Well, okay, I admit it is a major reason, but not the only.
I'm going to Canterbury tomorrow as well.
Yeah. Well, now that I've left, yeah.
Oh, you're not there, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Canterbury's nice. Yeah, I'm going to Canterbury and to Leeds tomorrow, apparently.
Anyway, did you see Scylla last night? Timo?
No. Why would I see her?
Well, because she was on TV.
No.
No, because most people go out on a Friday night, Nickers.
Well, I went out and I came back. Most people come back after they've been out, Carol.
Yeah, well, I do too. I always come back to mine. Everyone comes back to mine. That's why I keep getting into trouble. Trouble with a double B.
So anyway, have we done you, Timo?
Well, I was going to say about Africa. since Carol's been there and I sort of live there.
Oh, that's right, yeah, you lived in South Africa for ages, didn't you?
Yeah, so I hear you pretty much enjoyed it then.
I did, actually. I was pleasantly surprised, more than pleasantly surprised.
I think Nick should go, but he doesn't want to.
No. The thought of a hotel without windows or electricity
don't be a word. Honestly.
There is something very special about lying there in the grass.
There is.
I love the sky, the fresh air.
The smell of baboon wafting through the open window.
What?
I was at one of these places and they had a herd of elephants go past.
Yeah.
But again, they didn't tell us till the next day. Although there was a lot of damage done. There were trees knocked over. And
see, none of this appeals to me at all.
No, but you see, it never did to me. This is why This is why it's completely opened my eyes. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Africa was not on my list. Safari, no way. And when they asked me if I wanted to go, I did have to think, I don't think I want to. But then I spoke to my brother, who lived in Africa for years, lived in Ghana. And he's done all that bit. And he said to me, you'd be mad not to go. He said, you have to go, especially as it's free. Go. So I did. And I am back there as soon as I possibly can. As soon as I have to go on a holiday that I paid for, that's what I'm going to do.
Too many icky things, though. Too many...
But it's so worth it to go out there. It's so worth it to go there and put up with that just to see these animals in their natural habitat. It's quite incredible.
Is it that different to seeing it on Richard Attenborough on the TV?
Of course it is. Until you go there and you see a herd of elephants, like big elephants, baby elephants.
Did you get to shoot one?
Wandering around. Don't be ridiculous. Wandering around in their little places where they live. It's just, you can't match it. You can't describe it and you can't match it. And I told you, I went up in this plane because they went out on a game drive one afternoon and I was asleep and I missed it. They went without me. So I went into the bar and the boss was there, the owner, and I went, they've come near me. And so he went, we'll go on the plane if you want, because we got this little plane, little two-seater plane. And even then I thought, God, no, I'm not going up in that little plane. Oh, I'll die and I'll be sick. But I just thought, no, it's got to be done. So, because I'm only there for a few days, and you've got 800 square kilometres of national park. And we went up in the plane, we were up for about an hour, saw absolutely everything, saw 4 herds of elephants in different places, just millions of buffalo, hundreds of thousands of buffalo, just wandering around. And giraffes, like, poking their heads up through the trees and everything. Unbelievable. Just nothing. I've never done anything like it in my life, and probably I will do it again, but it's worth putting up with the, lack of electricity. I mean, you've got all the other luxuries. You get, like, proper showers and proper toilets, and, you're not actually staying in a mud hut. It's not a mud hut. It's
the toilets where I was at, you could actually see over the top of the fence. They were just high enough so that you could sit down and not show anything. But you actually look around as you're sitting on the toilet.
Yeah, but that's what mine was like. But I'll tell you this.
I'd rather flip through a magazine myself rather than see herds of buffaloes streaming towards me. That would that's not conducive to relaxation.
They don't go towards you, and they don't bother you, honestly. But my actual bathroom was open to the point where you could be. And one, I was sitting on the loo, just about to grab a shower. I'm sitting on the loo, just gazing at this view, just thinking, I can't believe I'm sitting on a toilet looking at this view, right? Suddenly the gardener walks and I'm nude on the toilet.
He couldn't believe the view either.
And Fred, the gardener, just wanders around with his hose pipe and starts watering, and what can you do, what do you do? So I just went, hello. Hello. And he just sort of smiled and then he kept having to keep looking back at me to see if I'd gone, see if I'd moved. But, I had to have a shower because I had to be somewhere. And there's no way I could have, you can't cover up. I mean, I was actually a bit conscious of, sitting on the loo in this great big open space. But, the lions don't care. They're not interested. They're not sitting out with the long lens or binoculars or anything, are they? So... But you don't expect the gardener to be walking around about watering the garden. But I was sitting on the toilet. Just very, very funny indeed. I got a picture of him, his naughty little face.
One more thing before I go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carol, you haven't seen Star Wars films either, have you?
No.
Yeah, nor have I.
No, you haven't either. I'm good on you. It's just you and me then, that's it.
It must be just you two, yes. You're being contrary-wise. Go to the local video store and get at least the first one out. You've got to.
No,
There's a vast gap in your cultural education.
Don't be ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous. If you miss out on something that everyone is talking about, then there's a big gap. You're just being daft. See it. I insist.
I don't want to. Okay, do you understand what that means?
I can't put it any clearer than this. I'm inviting you around to see it.
At your house?
Yeah.
Okay then.
Not you.
No, not you.
You, Carol.
If you insist.
Oh, well, okay. Yeah, well, I'm quite intrigued about... Have you got it? Is it DVD?
No, it's not available on DVD.
Why not?
Well, because Mr. Lucas has deemed that it... And some people were writing in the magazine that they were bemoaning the fact that Star Wars wasn't available on DVD, and so somebody asked him about it.
Yeah.
And he said, oh, well, when the first 6 movies are made, in about 2005, we'll release them as a box set.
What's the point of that? People are going to be dead in 2005.
And the people who were writing the magazine said, we think that the reason he said this is because there aren't enough people buying DVDs to give him the sort of return on his investment that he's used to.
Yeah, okay.
So by the year 2005, maybe they'll be selling in their millions when he happens to want another $1 billion.
Well, actually, it might be good to watch it at yours, because you have got, like, a full-blown cinema in your living room, haven't you?
Yeah. And I only invited you around because I knew that you'd say no, but now you're thinking of saying yes. I rescind that offer. Hey, listen,
thinking about it.
Timo, thanks.
I'll see you in half an hour.
Okay, 0171 41, I don't know. Well, 41, I think he's waiting outside.
No, next week.
412 1152, it's LBC.
Nick Abbot and Carol McGiffin.
I've noticed you around.
LBC, Saturday night. Let's see a quiet night in.
LBC, Nick and Carol, 0171 412 1152. Here's one in Holborn. Hello.
Hi, Nick. Hello.
Sue.
Right, first thing is that you already know this, that you were going to talk about Cilla Black.
Cilla, yeah.
Yeah, but the other thing that you've forgotten about was OK Magazine.
Oh, that's right, Cotton Beck.
Wedding pictures.
I'm going to have to write that down too. Thank God for you. You're the only person who's actually paying attention.
I am paying attention, and I'm also listening on the radio.
Are you?
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
I am watching.
Somebody in London listening to the radio. Mind you, the cab driver was too, wasn't he?
That's right.
There you go, there's 2 of us. But also, can I just ask, are you guys off somewhere? Is this programme not going to continue? What's happening?
We don't know.
We don't know. There has been a change of management structure.
Well, can I just say for whoever's listening management-wise that this programme's excellent. They should keep it on.
Well, you know, we agree with you.
But you would do, wouldn't you?
Yeah. But, you know, sometimes these things are out of your control.
Yeah, but you must be attracting a whole new audience.
Yeah, one that doesn't listen on the radio.
Oh, no. No, there must be significant numbers building up.
Well, who knows? We'll only find that out when the next book comes out, which is... When? What month are we in now?
We're in July.
So
right, it must be the end of the month.
It's August, yeah. August it's out, isn't it?
Oh.
No, January, March, April, May, June. Yeah, it's out. And it's
end of this
beginning of August, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then they should keep you on until the figures come out.
Well, who knows?
Well, who knows, you know.
Us least of all.
You can never really work out how, you know, people who run radio stations, quite what they're thinking. But, you know, that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
We just live in hope, don't we, Nick?
It's called show business.
Yeah.
Don't get into it.
No.
Yeah, you're right. So come on then, what about Posh and Beck?
What, do you want to do Posh and Beck's or Cilla first?
Posh and Beck.
All right, well, Carol is the one. Have you seen these pictures?
Oh, yeah.
I reckon that OK Magazine have sold at least an extra 100,000 copies of this edition.
Oh, they'll make the $1 million back.
Of course.
If not in this edition, then in the extra people that they'll pick up along the way, you'll ordinarily get Hello, which is you know, a bunch of European aristocrats you've never heard of.
Well, have you seen the advertising in it as well? They've made a fortune in advertising.
Yeah, the wedding dresses and
rings
it's
and
unbelievable. I mean, I must say, she does look lovely. There's no doubt that they are.
I think I've always thought that she looks a bit odd.
No, I think that they're a beautiful couple. They are. I mean, they look great.
Do you not think that she looks a bit weird? It's kind of like it's sort of an alien thing about her.
She looks a bit plastic, to be honest.
Totally. She always looks as though she's smelling something bad.
Well, she can't smile properly, though, because when she smiles, she looks like a village idiot.
She
looks like John Mills in that film. You know the film I mean? The one with...
No.
Yeah, what was it called?
I can't remember.
The one in Ireland.
Yeah.
You know, when John Mills played the village idiot.
Yeah. Sarah Miles is in it.
That's right, yeah. And, an old, tall actor, Robert Mitchum.
But she takes photos. She doesn't look comfortable in front of a camera at all when she's posing.
If you have a look at the pictures, it's normally one side that she's posing on.
Yeah,
very rarely you'll see a full face shot of her.
Yeah, she's
like
always...
George Michael thing?
She's always shot from the left-hand side. That's obviously her good side. And there's only one photo there where there's an actual snap of her from the right-hand side. Because every one she's turning that way, so she's obviously said, this is my good side, I want to have my picture taken that way.
But for a woman who has her photograph taken so many times, she just doesn't look comfortable with it at all.
Because she has to keep her mouth shut, doesn't she? And he should too.
Have you seen the cover? Because have you seen David Beckham? He looks like that someone's been over his moustache and goatee beard with some sort of paint.
Yeah, somebody should tell him about his facial hair.
It does look painted on.
Yeah.
But his hair is probably the best head of hair I've ever seen on a bloke, ever. It's just, how does the hair come out looking like that? He's like the Jennifer Aniston of men.
No way, I think he looks hideous.
His hair?
Yeah.
I'd pay huge amounts of money to have hair that looked like that.
Oh, well, I think you should wash it for a start. You know, it's all greasy.
And that's lasting hair, actually.
I think the grease is something that you add after washing it.
No, I think he looks ridiculous, actually. I think she does look lovely. I think she looks lovely. And, okay, she spent a bit too long on the sunbed, I think. She's a bit brown and a bit plastic looking. But he looks ridiculous in that outfit.
But you know what? But if you flip through the magazine, you basically get the same picture over and over and over again.
They're all the same pictures. Absolutely right.
What I was expecting was pictures of famous people cavorting, you know, having a good time at the party afterwards. I think there's...
Well, that's next week, though. Did you see at the end?
It is?
Yeah, they're stretching it over 2 weeks.
Oh, that I didn't see.
Because there's no pictures of the baby either. There's no pictures of Brooklyn.
We're going to have the baby next week.
Yeah, pictures of the baby next week. More pictures of the guests next week.
Ah. So it's a little teaser.
Yeah.
Because I was wildly disappointed because they're all very formal photographs. So, that's
no,
very
they've got to
smart.
get their million quid's worth, haven't they?
Yeah, clever.
You know, so people will buy it again next week, so they get it over 2 weeks. Now, I mean, the thing that I don't like about all this, what I thought was hilarious, the fact that some newspaper obviously got someone in there with a little digital camera and took some shots. I thought that was very funny because, you know, there's so much security with this OK thing. It just makes me laugh. Of course someone's going to get in there with a camera. They put... and when, you hear the newspaper editors being interviewed or the showbiz editors being interviewed on various radio stations, how'd you get these pictures? Wow, they just landed on our desk. How unbelievable is that? No way. I don't believe that for a second.
But the photographs were
They were dreadful.
Abysmal.
Of course they were.
Totally diabolical.
Yeah,
I mean, that they had the nerve to actually print them seemed astonishing to me because you could barely tell who was actually in them.
But it's only to sort of upset OK Magazine, isn't it? Because of the...
I'm sure they were thrilled.
The terrible security.
I'm sure that OK Magazine were thrilled because for the front part of this week and building up to the publication, it was some of the worst photographs you've ever seen in your life, thereby whetting your appetite for the real stuff.
Yeah. But
in fact, I wouldn't be surprised if OK took them and sent them to the newspapers.
Yeah, possibly. But I just think the most awful thing about the whole... OK, I don't care what they do. They can do what they want. They've got enough money to do whatever they like, and they have done. But when they're sitting in those thrones and that room and that... It looks like grass hanging up behind them. It's not. It's brown velvet.
What was the purpose of the thrones? That's what I didn't really understand.
Because I think they think they're royalty.
No, but in which part of the ceremony do you sit down?
No, this is at the reception, isn't it? In the thrones. They were holding court at the reception.
And people
had to go up to the stage and sort of lean over to try and talk to them.
They had their own private bower.
Yeah.
Like a fairy tale bower.
That's right. Little kind of marquee, in the marquee, they're their own little bit, didn't they? Yeah.
What, when they got tired of dancing, they'd
Like
go
a
and sit
podium.
on their...
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You're kidding.
No,
Away from all the rest.
But the colour scheme there was just so vile. I mean, they're dressed in purple, then they've got this horrible kind of brown velvet all behind them, and then all the flowers, there's all this like dark red and dark green, and it's just really horrid. And the cake on all this like dark green stuff with leaves all over the cake, and then these wooden apples in between. It's just horrible. It just doesn't look nice.
Have you seen what surmounts the cake? A naked portrait in sugar of them reposing.
Yeah. I mean, I know. What can you say?
Who gets to eat which bit?
But they can do what they want, you know. I'm not criticising what they're doing.
No.
I don't care how they do it. I just question that they allow some designer to put all these awful colours in here and just make it look so dull.
It was probably them choosing it themselves, which is, proof of the old adage that money doesn't get you taste.
Well, of course it doesn't.
Or style.
No.
Nick,
But what's
something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I recall you saying in the past that you wouldn't list the page of Hello or OK magazine.
And he's had a good old butcher's
Sounds like, to me, you've had a pretty good 50 through OK magazine.
Yeah, and I know why.
Well, it sort of landed on my desk. Who knew?
Of course. I know. Well, I bought it, but then I buy it every week.
No, I didn't buy it. It was in another studio that I work in, and so I flipped through, of course, because it's such a big media event. It's like, how could I not do it? Just like, how could a person not see Star Wars?
Yeah.
You've got to keep up with what people are talking about.
It's popular culture, isn't it?
Exactly.
That's what you've got to know about.
No more cultured than me and her.
See, there's one picture, and it's on page 94 of her from the right side.
And how'd she look?
Well, I think she looks prettier, actually. I think she looks better. But you can see her little piggy nose a bit worse. You know, it's from that angle, it looks kind of worse, the nose business.
Yeah, she should never have a nose reduction.
And what's really disturbing, do you know, the most disturbing thing out of all of these pictures is Danny Bear, I think, is like 23, and she looks my age. I reckon she looks my age.
Let me see.
And I've seen her, actually saw her in a shop once in St John's Wood, and I'm astounded that she's so young. There she is in the middle. I mean, you wouldn't...
Is it a surfeit of partying, perhaps?
No, I just think she's just an old soul.
Oh, she's got quite hard of face.
Yeah. You know what I mean, though?
She could probably cut paper with that face. What do you think?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, but you would not believe she's 23, would you?
23?
Yeah.
What does she do now, Danny Bear?
I don't know. Nothing. I think she's acting. Is she in a film or something?
I tell you what, Posh Spice looks like she should eat something, too.
Yeah, she's not. She's a bit thin, isn't she?
Totally skinny.
And, yeah.
And, is that a wisp I see on her top?
Huh?
A little wisp of hair on her,
Oh, let me look.
upper lip.
Let me look. She's got moustache.
I tell you what, women are just the flat-out worst. Sue, am I right about this? You flip through the magazines and you pick each other apart.
See it, couldn't see?
No, because I'm reassured by this lady. That's what it is.
It's probably a shadow. I actually thought you could see one of her nipples in one of the photos, but it's the shadow of the dress.
Oh, no. She's got a spot, though. She's got a good spot. They've tried to airbrush it out, but, it didn't escape me. I saw it. What? Where? Oh, yeah.
I'll have to go and have another look now.
Hey.
It's the hair.
Get your...
What page is it, Osmond?
She has got a lot of that peachy fluff on her face, actually.
Tons.
She's got a very hairy...
You probably shave twice a day.
What page is the hair on there?
94.
Right, okay.
It's the view from the right side, and she's definitely got a bit of a...
Oh, dear.
Bit of a tash.
You women are so bad.
No.
Anyway, Sue, we got to go.
All right.
And I think that you have some investigating to do.
Yeah.
Get your magnifying glass out. Awful women you are.
We are terrible, aren't we? I
Anyway,
say, what's happened to David Beckham's teeth as well? But suddenly they come out. Suddenly they're at 90-degree angles to his gums.
let me see.
I mean, I don't remember him having teeth like that. Look, his gums look like Janet Street Porter. Do you see what I mean? I don't remember his teeth being like that at all.
I think that must be an optical illusion. They don't stick out at right angles.
Well, they're going that way. He needs a brace. Give me that mag.
It's bound to get more bitchy, even more bitchy in the last 25 minutes because we're obviously on a roll. It's 0171 412 1152. It's LBC.
LBC 1152.
0171 412 1152.
She has been so bitchy during that ad break.
No, I haven't.
You are an awful woman.
No, I've just noticed.
They're a lovely couple. Why can't you leave them alone?
I am leaving them alone. I'm defending them in a way. I'm saying they can do what they like, but I'm just, you know, you've got to do a bit of a critique. The sunken dance floor, it says. It wasn't a sunken dance floor. They were on a podium, a platform. They raised themselves
How does that work, by the way? So they did the ceremony, and I take you for richer and poorer and all that jazz, to have and to hold. I wonder if Sophie and Edward promised to have and to hold each other. What do you think?
Probably, yeah.
So, once they'd finished, you know, having a bit of cake and stuff like that, they then went and sat on thrones.
I can't believe anyone would eat that cake. It looks really...
Doesn't that sound a bit bizarre?
Yes, it is bizarre. It is enthroned on above everybody else. It's just weird. Yeah, they did. But the other thing is, as well to note, is the wedding present that OK bought them. Look at that. OK, they paid them £1 million, and I'm not surprised they bought them a present, but that present, the last picture here, is a picture of OK chairman and the editor with Victoria and David, pictured with their exclusive wedding gift, a splendid hallmark, sterling silver, 126-piece canteen of cutlery, custom built and made by... so they always get the plug-in, so they've probably got a discount.
Yeah, or free.
I mean, or for free, yeah.
I mean, the amount
custom built cabinet with a special engraved dedication. How commissioned this? How much does that cost? Do you know how much these canteens of cutlery cost?
Thousands of pounds.
Thousands of pounds. In fact, I went to a wedding, one of my friends had on their list a canteen of cutlery, which is about $3,000 or something. You just look at it and laugh. Just go, excuse me, I don't think so. Anyway, that's it. That's all I've got to say about it.
So what's the cutlery like you eat off, Neil?
Not too bad, you know.
Hello, Neil.
How's it going? Can you hear the show this week again?
Yeah, here's a call from Belfast. I swear we get more calls from outside London than we do in.
Yeah. And here, Carol, thanks for the email, by the way. You sent me some pictures in the email, and
Saucy snaps.
Oh, yes, I did, didn't I? Oh, good, you got it. Oh, that's all right.
This is another of these net nerds, by the way, to anybody who's just, you know, joining us for the very first time. He's done one of the sites about, there's about a dozen or so sites about me and the various satellite insignificant people that are surround me. Like Carol, for instance.
Yeah.
That's one of hers.
How many times do you want to... How many times have you said that tonight?
What?
Oh, there's about a dozen sites about me.
Me.
You said that about a million times.
I know,
tonight.
a million times, because it's all about me.
Yeah, right. Anyway, so I think I sent some pictures. Oh, I can't remember what I sent.
Mitch, you sent a picture of Mitch.
Oh, that's right.
Look, I don't know who it was.
Who was he? What?
Some other bloke, Mitch, and some other bloke sitting in a pub.
Eh?
Yeah, that's the picture you sent me.
Oh, maybe I sent the wrong one then. Who was the other bloke? It wasn't Chris Moyles, was it?
Oh, God, no.
Oh.
It was probably you, Carol.
No, it wasn't.
Don't hang around with him, do you, Carol?
Moyles?
Yeah.
Well, he's a friend of Mitch's. Yeah, sometimes. I don't hang around with him, no, but...
Here, Carol, have you ever heard of the band Dr. Robert, is it?
Yeah?
Yeah, you know them?
Not a band, it's a bloke.
Oh, it's a bloke?
He used to be in the Blow Monkeys, yeah. Yeah, I know him, why?
You're familiar with him?
Digging
Very.
your scene. Yeah.
Very familiar, why?
How familiar?
Uh-oh.
Oh, look, you know. And what do you mean? You don't think you've only just found that out?
No, I knew that. I knew that all along, right?
Yeah, because that was, actually when I did my first show on the other station, when I used to be on the evenings with Morris D, that was what we were talking about. We were talking about sex with celebrities. And I confessed on air that I'd actually stalked Dr. Robert, which I did. I stalked him and followed him down with my sister, went down to Folkestone to watch him play. And, you know,
You were a teenage groupie?
I wasn't a teenager. I was, it wasn't that long ago. I was 20-something. I think it was about 1986 or something, 87.
It only went downhill after that, Carol.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? He went right off the
No, I
thing.
mean, you're lovely.
Yeah, oh, yeah. It did, actually. Yeah, so we were groupies for a night. How funny is that?
Yeah.
We were hanging around this little B&B in Folkestone and running around in the rain screaming, and we went backstage, right? And we said that. I said to him, I said, so, come on then, which hotel you stay?
How did you get backstage?
And he went, oh, because they let you go backstage sometimes. I mean, there was a queue of children, you know, going back there to try and get his autograph, and there's me and my sister, like, grown up in the queue, waiting to go backstage. And we went backstage, and I said, what hotel are you staying in then? And he came out, Dr. Robert came out with the name of the hotel. But previously, we'd asked one of the roadies, we said, right, which hotel is it? Come on. The roadie had given us the name of the hotel. So we went back to the hotel. Obviously, we thought the roadie had given us the right one and Dr. Robert given us the wrong one. So we went to the hotel, the roadie gave us, it was the wrong one.
Well, probably where the roadie was staying.
No, it wasn't. So then we went to the one.
You get no points for doing a roadie.
So we found a taxi and we went to the hotel that Dr. Robert told us he was staying, and they were there.
Huh.
And they let us in, we started drinking and watched their new video and everything, and then...
Did you get
watch their video?
Did you get a souvenir of a personal nature? Do you have Dr. Robert's love child?
Of course I don't, you goon. No, but, you know, it was actually one of the funniest nights of my whole life. It was hilarious. Sort of me and my sister just... We went back to our B&B and then we thought, no, let's try it. Let's go to the hotel to see what happens.
And so, where was your sister while you were...
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Did she get any action?
She was doing saxophone.
Well, it sounds like she got a good deal now.
Yeah, she was next door. Oh, it was just too funny. It was hilarious. It was like surreal. And then, you know, you just get up and run away. And that was it.
And see, in the morning, did you just compare and contrast?
No, did we what?
You and your sister, did you compare and contrast?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, of course we did. Joking, they're women.
We laughed all the way home. We couldn't believe it. It was too funny. I mean, that was it. Crush over.
So who won?
I think she probably did, actually. I think she probably definitely did win. Yeah, so that's well known, and because I told that story on the radio the first time I was on that station,
shameless.
It got in the papers actually. Some journalists, I don't know, or maybe the PR people just phoned them up and said, here's a story for you.
Do you have any tapes of them shows, Carl? Because I'd love to hear them, because
apparently they're up on the air, aren't they? Oh no, her shows.
Yeah, there was like the really, really early stuff where she took a strap and walked out and stuff.
You did?
I did, yeah. I did.
Why can't you do that in this show?
I know, I've been begging you to do it.
Oh, thanks, Neil. Thanks for your support. Yeah, no, sadly, I don't have any tapes of those shows, and I would like to hear them, actually.
Yeah, that's a shame.
I've got one that someone sent me where, I can't remember what's on it, but it's not a very good recording.
But I believe that all of the shows that we've done here are up on some other
I was going to mention that. There's a top man called D who has put all the LBC, the last 15 shows, you know, the whole 4 hours up on the web, like, which is
and a bunch of other shows.
Oh, yeah, old ones as well,
Yeah.
Sorry.
All of which is probably illegal, but, you know, bless
yeah, but it's the internet, you can do what you like.
I guess.
Really?
Hang on, what, all 4 hours of all 15 shows are on the internet?
That's right, yeah. I was able to download it, because I missed the one where I was in Glastonbury, so I was able to download it, and I listened to it this morning.
No way.
Yeah, it was quite scary.
How long does it take to download 4 hours?
Well, you can listen to it live on the site, you can go straight to it, you know. It takes a while to buffer.
Well, I can't, because my blooming audio thing doesn't work.
You need to get that
sorted out, I know. Oh, wow, how funny is that? Really?
Yeah, all of them.
And how do you get to that general area on the World Wide Web?
It's www.mcabbot.com. You do the accent next to it, do
.com.
Do your Frankie Hard.
No, I can't.
Oh, go on.
No, the spotlight is on me.
Oh, well, come on.
No, I don't want to.
Do it.
No, I'm going to cry and leave the room.
I'll do your motor car impression.
No, you're going to have to leave now, Neil. Say goodbye.
All right, cheerio.
Yeah. Bye now.
0171 412 1152. It's, I was going to say it's a free call, but it's nothing of the sort.
Don't forget Elephant Night tomorrow night on ITV2.
Yeah. We're going to talk about Cilla Black when we come back.
Saturday night with Abbot and McGiffin.
I can't help it. I can't stop listening. So, Cilla Black.
Right, go on, what?
Am I going to take this call in Battersea first?
Go on, yes. It's been hanging on for ages.
Hello, dear.
Sophie.
Hello.
Hello.
Did you get my cartoon?
Yeah, what's this all about?
Well, this is the real exclusive.
What is it? Well, I haven't seen it, so...
It's a cartoon of Posh
and Beck?
Posh and Beck's at the altar, and they're trying on sarongs.
Yeah, and tying the knots with a silly bit of skirt.
Why does everybody keep going on about the silly bit of... I can't believe that we're absolutely obsessed in this country with David Beckham having worn a sarong. People wear sarongs in hot countries. You go to a place where there's a beach and people all over are wearing sarongs.
Ireland.
Huh?
They're in Ireland.
He wasn't wearing a sarong in Ireland.
No, that was there.
Gary never was.
Oh, yeah, for a joke.
You were there?
Oh, is it that? I just threw that I was there.
You were at the wedding?
I reported.
You weren't.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't.
Don't fib. No, were you really though?
No, I wasn't there. No. But I knew what was going to happen.
Well, what do you mean you knew what was going to happen?
It's all there in black and white.
You've really got her. She's...
Have a look.
She kind of looks a bit... it's really unpleasant what I'm about to say about Posh Spice.
Go on.
She just looks a bit piggy.
Piggy?
Piggy?
Yes.
Everybody says she's got a pig nose.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that's common knowledge.
I think she just looks a bit funny. She looks a bit odd. Kind of... I can't put it any other way than she looks like she's smelling something that's really bad all the time.
Wow.
That's really very good. I like that.
Very funny. Jerry's at the window.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Gosh, you have talents beyond our expectations.
Well, indeed.
Who would have thunk it?
Yeah.
Indeed.
So did you see Cilla last night?
I didn't see Cilla, but what I wanted to say... By the way, that cartoon was terribly funny, so you must read it all. But what I wanted to say was, do you think Sir Elf actually feigned his heart attack so he didn't have to sing at the wedding?
I wouldn't think so.
Really?
I think he's their best mate, isn't he?
He didn't have a heart attack, though, did he? Just had an irregular heartbeat or something?
Oh, he had a sort of pacemaker.
So they say.
He was supposed to be playing at Leeds Castle this weekend.
I know.
Next door to my mum's house.
In Leeds?
In Leeds, in Kent.
Oh, sorry. Was you playing Don't Go Taking My Heart?
No, I knew it was.
There we go.
You confine your humour to paper, dear.
Yes, indeed.
He cancelled, so he's not there.
Yeah.
He'll be rescheduled, so...
Okay, listen, we've got to go.
Go then.
Ta-ta. 0171 412 1152. It's Mikey Mike.
Hello.
Were you ready?
No.
Shall we come back to you?
No, do it now.
All right, then.
Hello, Carol.
Hello, Mike.
Now, are you in this studio today? Have we got to clear out fast?
Yeah, take on the stickers with you, isn't it?
Oh, you don't like those?
Well, I just can't read them, so he knows what I'm talking about.
I've got everything stickered in here.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, all of my...
This is... What?
That.
Right.
Yeah, all stickered.
I know you love South Park, but there's no reason to turn the hotkeys into a dysfunctional area too, is there?
Yeah.
Right.
How are you? All right. Fine.
Yeah, great. Where were you the other night at the Boss's Leaving Do?
Yeah.
I was working. I didn't finish till 10.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I got home at 10:30, hanging in rags. I thought, do I want to go out? I thought, no.
Yeah.
So I'm going to send him a little note.
Yes.
Preferably a cannon.
Yeah.
And above that, one of yours, I think. It'd be nicer.
I guess that would be a nice thing to do, yeah. But,
No. Okay, all right. Well, thanks for all your support. I'll take it up a notch and I'll be in there in 10 minutes.
He's a bad man.
He certainly is.
So anyway, Cilla Black last night.
Go on, tell us.
Talk about embarrassing.
Why?
It was... Cilla Black is one of the great names in British broadcasting.
Yeah.
Couldn't hang an interview together to save her life.
Why not?
It was so embarrassing last night. Parky as well. You know, before he came back, he was berating all of the people who do interviews on television, saying how dreadful they all are. And
Fergie and
rubbish.
people like that. And
not just her. He was talking about everybody.
Yeah, I know. Ian Wright. Everybody, I know.
How since he left, no one's any good at it anymore.
Nobody can do a chat show except him. Yeah, I know.
Oh, astonishing arrogance. And having seen him a couple of times, I don't get it. I mean, it starts and he asks a few questions and they do the showbiz rehearsed
soundbite.
Yeah, exactly. And then and that's it. And he's supposed to be this great interviewer who will get people to say things that they ordinarily wouldn't. And I'm sorry, but I don't see it.
Well, what did she say then?
Oh, basically, her entire until she got onto the Beatles.
Yeah.
Which is a story, the way she was saying it, looks like she's said the same thing 1,000 times before, which is exactly what Michael Parkinson does. He just gets them to say
that's a real shame.
He asks them the same damn questions that everybody else has always asked, and they just repeat the same thing that they said in the last interview they did. Michael Parkinson is a genius interviewer, and I don't see it myself.
I'd like to know more about Cilla Black, but she's never going to give anything away, is she?
Cilla Black, she did this, basically her whole thing was, we were so poor as a child. And it was, did you see the Norman Wisdom thing when he did, I can't remember his name anymore. Esther Ransom. Norman Wisdom was on Esther Ransom. That was probably the most embarrassing interview I've ever seen. And Cilla Black comes a close second. Her entire thing was, we were so poor we didn't have a front door. The amount of times she told us that she was so poor that as a child she didn't have a front door. If it was 10, it was 1,000.
Really?
Just on and on and on about it. Thrusting her working class credentials down our face. Meanwhile, her roller is probably sitting outside with a chauffeur ready to whisk her back to one of her stately mansions. She's so working class. And she thinks she's kidding. One of the people, Cilla Black, do us a favour. She's one of the people like the Queen is.
She is television royalty, isn't she?
Yeah, but she's television royalty, and her performance on that show last night made me think, why? How come, Is she so big on TV because she's another one of these people who just comes out and reads off this auto cue?
Yeah.
Because it didn't seem like she could actually carry anything off the top of her head. She couldn't even make an interview about her life that interesting. And she must have had a heck of a life. And she was sitting there and it was like, the first thought that went through my head was, is she drunk? But because she didn't actually have anything interesting to say at all. But no, she wasn't. She didn't seem to be under the influence of anything at all, other than this kind of desperate attempt to make herself seem homely and one of us. Whereas she most patently isn't. She earns $1 million+ a year.
Yeah.
And the last time she saw somebody common, they were probably, serving her a cup of tea in the canteen before she came on the show.
It's a little strange, isn't it, for someone to be so famous and so in the public eye, to be so secretive. And I know I've heard all those stories before. It's like every time she ever gets interviewed, it is the same stuff.
But is it
not giving anything away? And I can't believe there isn't more.
Is it that, or is it that there actually isn't anything else in there?
No, there must be more.
I mean, basically, if people aren't very interesting, then they'll have their stories. Because the difference between funny people and not funny people is not life experience. Funny people don't have, like a funny thing happened to me on the way to the studio, that sort of thing. They take the same experience and make it funny.
Yeah.
I was standing in a bank queue, or I was at the chip shop, or whatever. All of these boring things that everybody always does. Funny and interesting people will take ordinary experience and make it extraordinary.
Yeah.
Non-funny, dreary, boring people who you desperately don't want to get talking to in a bar or sit at the dinner table or so on and so forth, they take those same experiences and just don't do anything with them. Their stories fall flat. As though, why even bother? God, that was so boring. Which was everything that came out of Cilla's mouth last night. And Michael Parkinson was sitting there, and you could tell on a couple of occasions, because Cilla just didn't stop. She had Lily Savage sitting next to her. who is a great stand-up comedian, very, very funny, like the perfect example of taking something ordinary and making it extraordinary.
Yeah.
Who couldn't get a word in edgeways because Scylla, every time a story would finish and Michael Parkinson's mouth would open, Scylla would say, oh, no, I've just remembered another thing. And it was usually of the order of, yeah, I remember that we were so poor, not only did we not have a front door, but we didn't have a bell to stick on it, you know, and then, oh, no, I've forgotten something else. I was like, oh, please shut up and let Lily Savage say something funny, you know. She was dying. And she didn't seem to have any notion that she was dying on her feet, probably because being Scylla Black, every time she opens her mouth, she's got people bowing and scraping in front of her and saying, gosh, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine the last time that she actually had a hard time from anybody?
Well, maybe that's why.
Kind of like the Queen. You don't tell the Queen she's being boring or asking you stupid questions. Everyone's, oh, yes, Your Majesty. And that's what must be like being Scylla Black. Everything gets painted before you arrive, and it's, yes, Your Majesty. And gosh, that's very interesting. And people like nodding and smiling all the time. And when it actually came down to her doing something off the top of her head, it's like nothing was there. Like it was quite amazing. It was a real eye-opener because, you know, you watch her on, not that I watched that program, but you flip around on Saturday night and she's on Blind, and she's like, she seems like the life and soul of the party, and but it's probably all just rolling up on the camera screen. It's all, she's reading it, I would guess.
I don't know, there's something, I think there's something quite appealing about her. I think people do like her, don't they?
Of course,
like
yeah,
her.
yeah, of course. But is it that they like this empty vessel? There doesn't seem to be...
went out to dinner with her.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything back there. Either there isn't anything behind this smiley facade, or she's working overtime in order to keep us out. But it didn't, it seemed like an empty
maybe there isn't anything else, she's just not capable of, I don't know.
Well, you know, sitting in the same studio as the self-confessed greatest interviewer on television.
Yeah.
You'd think that there would be some other, you know, some fireworks happening, something interesting at the very least.
Yeah. I mean, what you want to know is, you want to think, you'd like to know really that her and Bobby just aren't really that much in love. That's what you need to know, isn't it? I mean, you know, that's rubbish. They've only spent one night apart in 40 years or something.
So that'll be Posh and Bex from, you know, in year 2020.
Oh, yeah, exactly. You want to know what happened on that night.
How sick
you want to know
is
the
that?
last time they had a row. That's what I want to know. Yeah, that is...
David Beckham cancelled his stag do because he couldn't bear to be away from the woman he's marrying for one single night. Pass the bucket, please.
That's not natural.
So we are ending on a positive note.
It's so horrible, aren't we? Is that it? Have we finished?
Yeah. So, ta-da, everybody.
Ta-da! Ta-da!
This is the Voice of London on 11:52 a.m. LBC News.